have two very special guests on the show today. So we have the lovely Feven and Audrey from the Receipts podcast. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited about this episode because there's so much to talk about.
Yes, there's so much to talk about. But first of all, can I just say I was excited to meet you?
Oh, thank you.
I didn't realise like it was like your podcast, and I saw you at Potomac. I was like, oh my god, I follow your TikTok, and I love I love your commentary.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm so surprised that you've seen me.
I've been in the comments, I'm sure, but because my name's just Audrey, it's not like Audrey from the Receipts. It could just be, do you know what I mean? It could be anybody. Yeah, so.
I'm so glad that my content is making its way in the right spaces. But thank you. No, honestly, I'm so glad to have both of you here because Feven, I love your Twitter spaces as well.
I get so shy about that.
Feven is so shy because when I hear her in the DM, she was like, I'm not funny. I'm like, what do you mean you're not funny? You're hilarious.
That is the biggest lie on going.
I was like, how can you not think you're funny? No, honestly, you know what? Let me not even start with the mess, but I was also in that space. What was it? No, it was Love Island. That space where everyone was beefing you guys because of the whole, was it Mimi and Josh?
Oh, because and look what has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Crickets, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's quiet.
I did do a redemption space. I was like, well, weren't we saying?
Oh, I always missed those spaces because I even was on you about doing a Selling Sunset space as well, and then you did it, and I wasn't on Twitter. I was so annoyed.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great season.
But yeah, no, I'm so happy to have you both on. Thank you very much for stepping into the salon today. We always kind of start with pop culture. And at first I was thinking you might have to skip this and just talk completely about TV stuff because there's not really that much that's been happening this week. But I don't know if you saw what happened yesterday with Teyana Taylor.
I saw that.
Yeah. So just for a little background. So basically, this girl, Kayla Nicole, I think her name is, was on a podcast. Angel Reese is doing a podcast now, so she was hosting on there.
She'd be shooting hoops.
Yeah. Random, right? Like everybody that is now successful.
We need a microphone shortage, guys.
We actually need we need a break. You know, we need
everybody needs to be on the mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were doing a podcast and she basically asked her, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? And she basically told a story that I guess her and Aman were, together at the time or messing around, whatever they were doing. I don't know if it was a real relationship or not. And he apparently broke up with her for Teyana Taylor. So she was really heartbroken about it. And she decided to dress up as Teyana Taylor for Halloween. You know, that famous, her in the Fade video with Kanye West, that famous outfit where she was giving body, that one. And to be honest with you, I'm in two minds because I appreciate the honesty when someone asks you a real question. But I also would never, ever have told anybody that.
I would have taken that to the grave.
I would definitely.
Yeah. I probably also wouldn't have dressed up as the woman that this guy left.
I probably wouldn't have done that either, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah, and also, because when I saw the clip, I didn't watch it at first, so I thought she was talking about Taylor Swift and Travis. And so that it was only the next day I was like, oh, she's talking about Teyana Taylor.
Yeah, that is random. I even thought that she was trying to say that Teyana Taylor was dating that white man. But then I realised, no. Yeah, exactly. But then I realised, no, that the timelines wouldn't have made sense. But yeah, it's just a hot mess. It's just a hot mess. I just need people to stop giving unprovoked information about their personal lives. But also, it's mad 'cause I love it.
I know. Yeah.
I also love
it. Here for the best.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And what do you think of Teyana Taylor's reaction? Because I can't lie, as much as I was like, okay, Kayla didn't really need to volunteer that information, I was really surprised that Teyana reacted the way she did because, so much has happened with her that she hasn't responded to. Iman has been doing a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Apparently, he's with Amber Rose now. Yeah. And apparently, they were messing around when they were still married. Yeah, so, and she didn't speak on that. But then this thing which is kind of small because she's basically saying the reason why she was triggered because she said she was famous at the time, which was shade to her. I'm like...
Because she's talking about it past tense.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even think she was trying to throw shade at her. Yeah. Do you think she was?
The jury's still out on that one. I don't know. The way in which she said it, because the thing is, we all know Teyana Taylor is very much still relevant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so maybe she meant the height of her fame at the time. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about that.
Yeah. So you think it's likely that she could have maybe been taking a little...
If she was to turn around and say that absolutely was not shade, I would believe her. If she was to turn around and say that absolutely was shade, I would also believe her.
I read it as shade. I was like, you're trying to say that was her heyday.
Yeah. That's what it was giving. I'm leaning more towards that.
Yeah. But I was surprised Teyana responded. I wouldn't have like.
And with a paragraph as well, honey.
Exactly. It wasn't even that, like, even if she didn't mean it as shade, it wasn't really that serious compared to that. I think she felt stupid because she saw the outfit at the time and she liked it and commented thinking that she was, trying to, you know, I guess not intended to throw shade or to do exactly what she wanted to do in that moment. And she was like, wait, so you actually like trying to clown me, basically. So yeah, I think that's why she felt stupid. But I was kind of like, why have you not reserved this energy for Iman? But anyway.
Also, she looks unhinged. Like Kayla, she looks really unhinged.
I actually don't see like what were you gonna achieve by doing that? Like, how did that make you feel better? Like, that's what I don't get. Is that okay? It's a crazy moment, but it's like, what were you trying to actually get out of dressing up as her family? Like,
she commented on the picture because Teyana was like, I commented on everyone's picture, and it's like it's really weird.
And back then, none of us knew this tea, so it didn't. Exactly. So literally, it was. So you think that you're doing something, but actually you're not because it hasn't landed in that way at all. I didn't know anything about him, about her and Iman and all the rest of it. So I honestly would have seen it as like paying homage kind of thing.
That's
so
what Teyana clearly did
yeah.
as well.
So
and I think that's another thing that she didn't really. She probably knew about her, but it didn't sound like she was anybody that serious to Iman. So she might have even overplayed the relationship in her mind and it actually wasn't like that serious, which is why when she saw the outfit at the time, she didn't think anything of it. But boy.
my God.
Did you guys also see that R. Kelly's daughter has come out and said that he's abused her?
I did. There's supposed to be a documentary, right?
Documentary. Is it another Surviving R. Kelly, like a season 3? Because
Not season.
Yeah, because there was 2 seasons of that. So I was like, is this an ongoing thing then that they're doing, or just a separate documentary? I'm not sure.
The daughter sets a feature on it.
Yeah, apparently. And I'm not really 100% sure because I didn't see beforehand, but apparently they've asked her before and she said that he hasn't abused her. So people are, well, you know how people are. People are automatically like, oh, she's lying, or they're just trying to get some money because, you know, they can't get money out of him in jail. But I don't like when people automatically go to not believe victims anyway. But I just feel like it's so irritating how people seem to still, to this point, not understand how nuanced and complex the whole topic of assault is, and that just because somebody has come out before and said that this person didn't abuse me doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Like, there could be so many reasons why they didn't want to speak up about it before.
Because her mum was also a victim, right? And I remember the thing that I didn't see, because I saw it and I was like, I just don't even want to read this. But she said that she told her mum at the time or something, and everyone was like, oh, her mum's wrong. And it's like, but actually her mum is kind of like, her mum was also a victim. So it's a difficult one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be that far-fetched to believe that he'd be capable of doing that to his own child. He'd been doing it to other people's children. So I 100% believe her. Like, the man's in jail for these crimes, so it's not far-fetched at all.
No, I agree. And it's crazy. I was speaking to my friend about this recently, and she was saying that she's surprised that they haven't tried to get information about Diddy from R. Kelly at this point.
They probably have. They probably have.
But why wouldn't he speak on it? Because he's in jail now. Like, what is there to lose?
Yeah, but he still thinks he's innocent, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's still delusional. Yeah, he's very deluded.
Yeah, it's true. You know, he's still trying to cling to the lie at this point. Yeah, be like, no, nothing happened.
It's like asking Diddy like something right now. It's kind of like there's no point.
Yeah. Well, they've set his trial date now for May next year.
So he's going to be in jail until next May.
Yeah, basically.
My God.
I actually really can't believe it. You know, like, I'm very happy, but I'm very surprised that they've actually arrested him. Like, and it looks like he's really going to get time. Do you think he'll get time?
Absolutely. 100%. There's no way. Because the thing is, even if, like, for me, I don't try to, like, unpack all of that stuff. Like, it is what it is. And even if for anybody who has any question marks over the Diddy case, just remind yourself of the video of Cassie. I think for that alone, he should be in jail for life. Yeah, exactly. Just based off of that. And anybody who believes that was like an isolated incident is completely delusional. If you're capable of doing that in a hotel room,
even in the lobby, not even in the room,
in a public place, only God knows what had been going on before then in the privacy of their own home. So for that alone, he should rot in jail, because that video to this day is still, it literally sends shivers down my spine to think like she was trying, oh my God, anyway, but yeah.
It's honestly so sad, and like you said, it's definitely not given that was the first time he ever did something like that.
That was someone that is confident in like abusing this individual, and it's like he should rot just for that alone. So.
He thought he was untouchable.
He absolutely thought he was untouchable. But I also need people to stop with the conspiracy theories, because I feel like it does, undermine the case in a way, because then things start to just become so ridiculous. Like, you focus on the rumours and the conspiracy theories.
You mean like people throwing B and J in it and stuff, yeah?
All of that stuff, like, can we just focus on who we actually have here?
Yeah.
And like what the facts of the situation are and what he's actually being indicted for. Like, let's focus on those things and just like allow it, because it's just, yeah, it's a bit much.
I feel like people do that though. They kind of get so ingrained in things and like, it's like, oh, I've seen so many videos of people like, oh yeah, and this person is linked like this. And it's like, that's why Jay-Z or whoever, Beyonce, and it's kind of like, Beyonce, I saw something about, they were saying Beyonce killed Aaliyah, and it's like, guys.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too.
Actually 18 when Aaliyah died.
Yeah.
I mean, let's apply it sense. I saw one of these weird TikTok conspiracy theories and someone was like, Diddy's born on the 4th, Beyonce's born on the 4th, Jay's born on the 4th, and I'm just like, shut the hell up.
You know, when I saw a couple of those as well, and I genuinely legit thought that they were jokes. I thought that people were taking the piss.
Getting serious.
And I was like, wait, you lot are really trying
No,
to
they
actually say,
mean it. And it's like giving like, I mean, you're probably too young to remember any of this stuff, but back in the day, it's giving like when everyone threw their CDs away. Do you remember that era?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
There was an era back in the day, and it was like all these weird YouTube would just kind of come on the scene at the time. So I think that people took, like, if you took the time out, the Illuminati stuff, and I just think that people thought that if you took the time to actually make a documentary in your spare time, there had to be some truth to it.
Yeah.
When actually, no, not really. Anyone can just do anything. And it was like this. It was like the truth about hip hop DVDs. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like all
They were
these-
playing them at churches.
They were
and
playing
stuff.
them at church, and all these weird pastors saying if you play these songs backwards, it's saying 666 and blah blah blah. And I remember actually.
I didn't know people threw out their CDs though.
Yeah.
When I say 2011, it was more like 2004 because I was definitely in uni. I was definitely in uni, and that's when it happened. And I remember going to uni and everyone throwing their CDs away.
That's crazy.
Like literally, like all of us threw their CDs away. And I remember just having like, I remember I having my Reasonable Doubt album, and I was just like. And my friend was like, Audrey, let it go. And I was like, oh, damn it, man, like, damn it.
Did you go back and buy it again?
But back then, I was like scraping through the garbage, like trying to get it in the depths of the night, trying to like get my CDs back. But no, people actually threw their stuff away. It was a mad time. And it feels like we're back there again.
But I'm not going to lie, do you know my favourite conspiracy video, like Illuminati? It's when they unpack Beyonce Upgrade You video, and they're like, she's in the car boot, and it's in the...
They did that for Beautiful Nightmare as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what does the car boot signify?
Like new birth, I can't remember what it was, but she knows she's in the boot, and then he's driving, and then it was just like, and then she's at the front of the car, and it means this, and if you play like a Jay-Z song, he's saying Lucifer backwards.
Yeah. That's exactly what they used to say.
This is why it gets on my nerves anytime anyone unpacks and is so sure that just based off of their opinion or their feeling that this must mean X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you don't actually need to stop, because I'm not saying that, I'm sure there are people in the industry that are into like weird stuff or whatever, and I'm sure there is a little bit of truth to some of this Illuminati stuff. But to just say that anything means X, Y, and Z is just like, you actually can't do that. Like,
It's now profitable though, because if I was to make one, if any one of us was to make a TikTok like that, our views would go through the roof. We're making bank.
But what about the 444 thing? That had 4 million views. So what about that? So were you going to give back the money that you made because it had 4 million views? Does that mean that you're involved? No, but you're going to collect your money from TikTok. So shut the hell up.
He's part of it too.
Exactly, you're part of it. You got 4 million. You got 4 million views. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, come on. Why does it not apply to you with the 4? Get out of here.
you know what? I saw a YouTuber recently that was talking about. Did you guys see the clip? Oh, actually, I think the interview's probably come out by now. But Orlando Brown and Jaguar.
I put it on my stories
I need
today.
to watch it.
I was like, talent show day at the hospital.
Is it like insane?
He said she wrote The Matrix.
Yeah, and she was like agreeing with it. Like, guys, I mean, come on. Like, are we actually being so for real here?
And I was watching a YouTuber talk about it. She was like, you know what? I think that Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright just say any random bullshit and they get a kick out of seeing how many people believe it. Because there's always people in the comments like, no, but if this actually makes sense, because if you break it down and like, no, like this actually could be the truth. It's like, oh my God, you really lapping this up.
The worst people are the ones that say, well, they haven't been sued. And actually, thank God, some people on TikTok have done videos like talking about why they potentially haven't been sued. And the reason why they haven't been sued is, but one, because is it going to be worth it? Like, it actually costs money to go to court and do litigation and all of that. So that's number one. Number two, when it comes to defamation and libel and stuff like that, they have to prove that these accusations have impacted their careers and their outcomes and their earnings. Of course it hasn't. So That's the reason why. It's not just because she's speaking the truth and everyone's too scared. And also, they can't win in these situations because when Piers Morgan did what he did and they got lawyers involved there, people were like, see, they're guilty, they got lawyers involved. So yeah, exactly. So you can't win.
But I feel like with the Piers Morgan thing, the reason why Beyonce and Jay-Z might have done that is because that's like her that's the biggest thing I've ever seen her on.
That's an actual mainstream.
I'm surprised.
This is absolutely stunning, honey. Yes.
Yeah, like he had Baby Reindeer, although that interview was.
Yeah, he's very immoral when it comes to like, he'll platform anybody. And the thing is, even though he's edited it, I can never say that word, but you guys know what I mean. Even though that part of the interview's been removed and he's apologised, he's the kind of person who doesn't care. It's happened now. You've got the clicks, you've got the views already, so, he's made the money, so.
It's so true. And the thing is, I've heard, like, Claudia Jordan said that she tried to send Jaguar Wright a cease and desist, but she doesn't have an address, so so there's also that.
I also saw something, I don't know if it's true, but about Jaguar Wright, like, throwing her
dead son's ashes, that is true, yeah. So she had like an episode, I don't want to even call it an episode because I don't know that she's got anything wrong with her like that, but apparently she got really angry at someone in the midst of an argument and she threw her dead son's ashes over someone.
Oh my God, what?
This is the kind of person we're dealing with. And again, I'm not even saying she's completely wrong because to a broken clock and all of that, but I think a majority, she said that the Temptations ran a train on Patti LaBelle.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's not funny, but it's...
I don't know why that was
No, I don't know where she says she knows for a fact that the Temptations ran a train on Patti.
Like, why is Patti LaBelle in it?
Exactly. Like, so you were around during Motown days. Okay, girl.
How old is she?
Because isn't she the one that sings on that Jay-Z song? She's my
Song
God.
Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's one of his backing singers or something, right? Jay-Z's.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, I do think that there could be a lot of truth because I've heard that there's some of the stuff she said has come to pass, like it has been true. So I'm sure that there is truth in what she's saying. And even if she is like, has mental health issues or whatever, like a lot of the time, a lot of people, that are suffering can speak on the truth. And it's just because of, how they are, people automatically don't believe them. So I do think it's a two things can be true situation, but I do think you need to take a pinch of salt where it comes to, because it might not even necessarily be because of her mental health issues. Some people just like attention, or some people just like how it feels when people are latching onto their every word and they just get carried away, and just stop saying anything. Like, it could just be that. Like, 100%. So.
Wait, was she on Clubhouse? No, that was Nosy Her.
Yeah, no, that was Nosy.
No.
But I wouldn't be surprised if she has been on there though. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if she was just on there talking about, well, the thing is.
Have you seen the TikTokers making?
Yeah, she's I've seen one particular woman and she's so good. And then someone commented and they were like, all you need now is like, I got 5 on it.
I got 5.
In the background, dun dun. Well,
No, oh my God.
Jay-Z.
So that's actually coming. I'm sure somebody will do
Jay-Z, when I was there, and I caught him in a room with Lenny Kravitz. But let me tell you about Lenny Kravitz. Dun dun. It's just insane. Like it's insane. It's insane, truly.
Oh, you know what? One thing about her, she's a hell of a storyteller.
No, she is. Like this is all like being channeled in the wrong way. Again, I'm not even saying she's wrong.
Yeah, no.
But some of the stuff is very like Googleable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously everything she said about Diddy's come to pass. She's been saying that Diddy has been trafficking for years. Like, I will give her flowers on that one. Yeah. But the rest, she said that Megan Thee Stallion is a man. Like,
I saw that, and she slept with Nicki.
She knows that for a fact. Like, sis.
I know that's not true. Like, if I had to put my money on anything, that's cap.
Broken clock. She's definitely a broken clock.
100%.
But I'm gonna watch that. I need to watch her and Orlando.
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
I definitely have to watch that, just for the pure, whether or not I believe what they're saying, just for the pure entertainment.
It's a hot mess, but yeah, watch it.
Did you see, well, I guess you have seen, because he won't stop talking, but DDG and Halle have broken up now, and yeah, that's...
I didn't really like him.
You like it?
No, I didn't really like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there were certain points in her. I don't want to say career because obviously her career's still going on, but I feel like he was always undermining her. So I was never a fan. I feel like he's talking too much. Post breakup, he's talking a lot.
It's given Halle broke up with him.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree. He was doing a lot, especially doing her Little Mermaid run. It felt like he was just
nasty.
doing everything to take her shine, and I really didn't like that.
And there was nothing else to that but that. Do you know what I mean? There was no
exactly.
excuses for what he was doing. That was nasty. I can't rate that.
And I was speaking about this to my friend as well, and she also wonders whether or not how much he was posting about Halo might have been one of the things that tipped the scales a bit and like just made her call it quits, because he was posting a lot, and obviously he turned into a whole meme. Yeah. And Halle doesn't really like post, like she posts 1 or 2 pictures of him, and even before that, they weren't really trying to even show that she was pregnant. Like they were very private before, and then all of a sudden, it was like their baby's in our face all the time.
But I kind of have an unpopular opinion about that, right? There were like these lives when she was with Chloe. I always get them confused, by the way. Even though I went to see Chloe in concert and Halle was there, she was at the front. And I'm actually, it's so funny because after the concert, they ended up in like KFC Shepherd's Bush, and I was like, wow.
Oh my God, did you go to the same one
vegan.
that I went to?
Yeah,
it was Shepherd's Bush. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you must have been at the front, so I did not see Halle.
So we were upstairs, and I feel like the mum was there as well.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, I can see it.
And they went to KFC after? Interesting.
Or before, but there was like a clip of them in KFC. But back to, I just think with that, what was my point? I've forgotten.
Sorry, unpopular opinion.
I feel like they were just doing things like, she'll be on live and it's like you've got the kid, but then you're hiding the kid's face. It's kind of like, just don't have the kid in the live. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like you want us to ask.
Yeah, and you know how your fans are, so it's kind of like, why not like just do the side of his head, the back of his head, but then why taunt them with the live? And you know he's a baby, his head is gonna move. Like he's not gonna be like, oh, let me stay facing you, mum, so I'm not on camera. Like it's just a bit weird.
I actually didn't even know she'd done that.
There was just I feel like she was teasing the fans a bit.
A bit, yeah, because I'd only heard really like people being upset with the fact that she didn't tell them that she was obviously pregnant and then just had a baby.
I understand the pregnancy thing, but because you want to protect your peace during that, and no one knows what kind of pregnancy she had. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the last thing you want to have to deal with is comments from fans, because people are not always nice, especially on that scale. But I do think that like what you were saying is actually probably true about because I think with someone like DDG, whose whole thing is like he's a content creator, right? And I think that using Halo probably wasn't intentional. I think he genuinely was just happy to be a dad and posting him, and then you're seeing that actually this is getting you a lot of numbers. And when you do that, when you're a content creator like entirely, and you're kind of known for doing that, you will kind of find anything that's going to get you the clicks and the numbers and stuff. Whereas Halle has a whole other career that she can lean on, doesn't necessarily have to do that. So yeah, I think the two things were true. I think that he genuinely does love like being a dad, and it's very sweet, like their interactions. But he probably also was realizing that actually I can make money off of this. But no one wants their child to be a meme. Like that's your whole ass child. Do you know what I mean? Like,
especially when he's just born, literally like 5 minutes ago.
Exactly. So I believe that could have been a massive bone of contention in their relationship.
Yeah.
But okay, guys, But I might be problematic here.
Go for it.
I kind of feel like she knew what kind of man she was having a child with. She knows him.
But maybe she didn't really think about it past having a baby. Because you know it can be so easy to like be with a certain type of man and be like, you know, it is what it is. When you're, you know, single, well not single, but you know, you're young and you're not married and you know, he's just your boyfriend. Whereas now when you have a child and you just have a certain way that you want to do things and he's just going against that, that I can see why that, because I agree, because I kind of felt like that about Halle when everyone was like, oh, we hate DDG for her, get her away from him. I was like, she's there willingly. Like, she's
not gone to her head.
You can't even tell her to blink twice. She chose it to be there.
100%. So I was 100% thinking that before, but I can see why or how, if this is the case, why now it might be like, you know what, this was cute, but now...
It was cute then, but like...
No, it's actually not what I want.
And people are allowed to change their minds. Like, things happen in relationships and all the rest of it. And, yeah, I mean, I've seen all the think pieces and stuff like that. I don't know, it's...
You know what, one thing about... Because sometimes I have some days where I'm like, I love the fact that something can be happening in the world and people can gravitate towards it and give their opinion, and we can kind of all be united in that sense that we're all seeing this thing and just giving our own like opinions and thoughts. But sometimes it can be so draining just having a think piece on everything.
Some of the takes are very well, but I'm the same. Like, I really love hearing people's opinions on things because sometimes people offer perspectives that just would not have crossed my mind, and I'm like, oh yeah.
That's why I love podcasts and reviews and stuff, because I love to hear other people's thoughts on things.
It depends on the person, guys. Sometimes, like, if it's like a bird or a nig cell,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear your
yeah, no,
I
that's
don't want to
true.
hear it.
Yeah. I can't listen to people that make me angry.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like any time that I felt myself getting angry at what they're saying, I don't need to be checking out your content like that, to be honest with you.
Or if I hear a certain word, if I hear female, I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm the same. I switch off.
Like, you know that video you sent.
Oh my God.
When I heard her say, these Australian females,
Yeah,
and I
that was
was like,
embarrassing.
I'm thinking of the live that you guys did, not live, Twitter space that you guys did after Love is Blind, where you had Aaron on, and he kept saying female.
He got
I
checked.
kept checking him like multiple times.
And he kept doing it. I was honestly crying. So I was
It's
like,
embarrassing.
what does he keep
It
saying?
honestly makes me cringe when people say that.
I actually didn't think that people really use it that often as much as
UK, right?
Yeah, they do.
as a substitute for women. That's so weird, because
But we
who
never
says
used to.
male?
But we never used to,
the thing is
though.
we did, we just weren't privy to it. No, when you're like woke to something, you can't unhear. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
I
But-
never grew up to
Because I didn't remember hearing it that much before either.
girls.
Because I don't
girls or
recall
women,
using
that's
the
it.
word female, but not for the reasons that we know it to be problematic. I just don't. It just sounded weird to me. But like, we love that time here. Like,
I really thought it was more American people
no,
saying
because
it.
you know these men and these females. Like, oh my God, it.
But it's so weird because they'll never say males for anything. It's
Yeah.
always females. It's like, why?
I was on a TikTok the other day and a TikTok live, and someone kept on referring to women and males, and I was like, I know for a fact this is intentional, because you know when you can tell this person like was actually making points. If it was anybody else like that I thought sounded a bit dim, then I'd be like, no, probably not. But I could tell she was doing it on purpose. She was like, because you know women and you males, like she kept it, and I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
But I like when I see it in tweets as well. When someone's like, really go, you know, these males, and I'm like, yes.
Honestly, we should start doing that. I wonder if it'll upset them.
Well, because they fail to understand, because they genuinely don't get it when like certain type of man, if you correct them, they're like, but what do you mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Females are females, innit? But you don't refer to men as males. Like, if you said males and females, then cool. But you don't. You say men and you say females, and that feels derogatory to me.
It feels like at least subconsciously you know
Yeah,
what you're
very
doing,
much
because otherwise
so.
you would just say males.
Exactly.
But Aaron kept saying it again
Yeah,
and
he
again.
did.
I was honestly, that's why I was laughing, because I was like, no, he actually like won't stop.
And then he was going on tight with the discount code. It was like,
Discount
free
code?
up a discount code for
50%
his restaurant
on
in
his
Milton
wings or
Keynes.
whatever, yeah.
And then Deborah was like, oh, I went to your restaurant. I actually ordered food from there. She
She
ordered
will.
wings.
Or was she trolling?
Is it good?
Oh my God.
She said it was all right, but I guess like delivery is different. So
Oh,
she was
yeah,
all right.
you
And
gotta be
then,
there.
What was she doing all the way down there?
but she does go to Milton Keynes though, I think for work.
Oh,
It's
I
very industrial.
absolutely love
They're so cute.
my girls. Look how cute they are. They are to
I
die.
love them.
Oh, they're so cute. I was gonna say, do them in the camera
They're
if you can.
so
They're
cute.
so
Like
cute.
they're sparkling. Ooh, 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 ooh. Put your sunglasses on.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Thank you, babe. They're gorgeous. I love them.
Have you guys seen Stormy and Victoria Monet are now a thing?
Send the flood. Sorry, I know it might be complicated and techy for you. Send the flood. Victoria, run.
What? Oh,
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm
because of
no.
all the
No.
colourism from before.
It's not even the colorism thing. It's like, well, I don't want to say colorism thing because that sounds like I'm disregarding it. But I just, like, I love Victoria Monet,
Yeah, me too.
I don't get what it is about Stormzy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't know if it's.
He's tall, successful, got money. I get it.
A man of God.
I don't get.
Oh,
Oh, man of God.
yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's like,
fine.
I get that last part of it.
Yeah, very much so. Listen. I love Stormzy. I know him personally.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't lie, it's nice all this.
And he's honestly such a nice guy.
He does give off that vibe though.
And it's so mad
I
because
can't like sorry for him, but do you know?
anytime I'm in like any space with Stormzy,
Yeah.
I'm always like of the belief that like I just always think that people don't remember me. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, no, like you're Stormzy. Do you know? You're not gonna. There's never been a time where I've been in his presence where he hasn't been like, yo, Audrey, and come over and been the one to come over and say hi. And the thing is, I want to do it, but I just don't want to be like, oh my God, you might not. But there's never been a time where he hasn't come up and given me a hug and been like, yo, and said hello. Like not one time.
Yeah.
But is that because he remembers you because Melissa's your friend?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But still, do you know what I mean?
doesn't have to at the same time.
Whether it's the
He doesn't
podcast,
have
whether
to.
it's Mel, whatever, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And when you're on that magnitude, you meet so many people. So that's my thing. I'm always like, oh, you're not going to remember little old me. Not that I don't rate myself, because I do, but I just think that people know so many people.
Yeah.
But he's so kind. Like, there's never been a time where he's not pleasant, ever. Yeah. And I always find that with people that like I've interacted with, it's always the bigger they are, the nicer they are. Yeah. It's literally always the way. Like,
do you know who's really nice? Alicia Dixon.
The nicest person.
The nicest person I've worked with professionally is Alicia Dixon.
She came on the pod.
So nice.
I know, I listened to that episode.
The
and she
nicest
so
person in the industry.
Normal.
All she does is laugh.
Yeah.
Like, she's so fun, so likable, so kind. Like, to this day, when she like replies to like a story with something, I'm like, you're Alicia Dixon.
Yeah,
like,
it's like mad.
But she's so nice.
She
like,
is nice.
Even Maya, like, literally the nicest people.
You know Maya Jama, actually, I didn't know
Maya
that
is
her. She was
so
cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Maya was nice. Like, she was nice.
So nice. So humble. Like, it's always the bigger they are, just the more humble they are.
Yeah. You know what's so funny about you saying that is that I just listened to like the 2 episodes. I told you I listened to the episode with your Paul, but I also listened to the episode with you guys and Louis through.
Yeah. I started that today. That's so weird.
I just listened to that last night. I enjoyed that.
Everyone loved it.
You guys need to do more episodes where you do your receipts.
Yeah, with people. Yeah. 100%.
Alicia Dixon was the same in it.
Yeah, I love that episode.
Yeah. It's so like. I think there's something about you being in a position where you're kind of helping people out with their dilemmas. You have to be yourself. Like, it just kind of brings yourself out of it. And it's just so nice to get to see that side of them. And Louis, honestly, for me, I know who he is, obviously, but I never really checked out his interviews like that or his documentaries. I just know he's Louis Theroux.
I've watched his documentary.
Like that episode, I was like, I really like this guy. He seems so nice and genuine and down to earth.
Story, just off the back of you saying down to earth, literally, we've had people come on the podcast. We have all talks, obviously, and everyone's been lovely for the most part, but people always come with entourages. I swear to God, we were in the room.
You said that on the show.
We were in the green room just waiting, and then he just came in, but he rode on his bike. He came in, literally no management, no PR, nothing, just he pulled up by himself. And he was just so humble, so lovely, just ready to go. Like, literally, he was so nice.
But you know why it is? And I hate to be that person, that London supremacist, that Northwest London supremacist.
He is from Northwest.
So he lives in Northwest London.
He does.
Actually, during like a couple of years ago, he used to live on my childhood road, Sellons Avenue. And then he moved to Bronsbury Park, so like further away. Okay. So I was like, I think it's because he's just been around normal, like he's not in like Primrose Hill or wherever. He's just, and I don't know if it's true, but I read in the local paper. Sometimes I do read the local paper.
The Northwest Press.
No, it's the Kilburn Times.
Oh,
Kilburn Times. But like he shows up for like he used to show up for like the Harlesden Committee, like neighbourhood programme or whatever. Like he's really like normal, regular. But he's moved out of the area now. So I think he's quite like a normal person.
Yeah. He is a normal person. Like he was gagged that we were gagged that he didn't have like a whole bunch, because we've had people, like, obviously we had Kalani, and Kalani's like massive. Yeah. She had like 55 people. What? She had so many people with her. And it was mad because like sometimes you can tell that they don't even want it. It just comes with the territory. Like you could tell she just wanted to be like, just leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, she wasn't moody when she first, she was lovely. Like, she was lovely. But she was the kind of person that when the cameras came on, she came to life. Do you know what I mean? But when you're surrounded by so many people all the time, I can imagine it can get quite draining. But Louis just pulled up, like, we were so shocked. We were sitting in the green room just waiting. And like, we're thinking he's probably going to be late, whatever. He came, he was like 10 minutes early. And he was like, are you guys ready for me? And we were just like, oh, like, yeah. Like, we weren't even ready. Like, honestly, the nicest person.
And the bit that I've got to is when he's saying like Heady 1 is the latest.
I was like, he was like, who's the latest? And we were just like, we were being PC, and he was like, well, the latest person I ever had was Heady 1. No, he was just, it was
honestly, I love how he had such an interesting insight to all the dilemmas as well. Like he was really, really like,
amongst all the weird things he's seen and come across in his time and doing what he does, he was actually still shocked by the dilemmas. And I was just like, oh, we didn't think he'd be shocked by anything, but he was. You know?
Oh wow, and you've seen like,
and he's seen it all.
Yeah, he has.
Like they're crazy.
Very much so. Very much so. But yeah.
Oh my God! Please never stop doing your receipts.
Yeah, please don't.
Your receipts is like.
Also, guys, can we just have a moment and like cheers to the receipts thriving?
Cheers.
Like well.
Like
clink, 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 clink.
I was listening to like your episodes last night, and it's so funny how when you listen to something continuously, you forget about how much it's like certain things have carried you through certain times in life. Like I remember when I first came across your podcast, it's because I was looking for podcasts to listen to, and I like put in my group chat like, does anyone know any? Because I was really listening to like American ones, like not really any UK based ones that like threw in the receipts in there. So I listened I literally loved it so much, and I went back to listen to all of your podcasts from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was like unemployed at the time.
I know that's right.
Like, I was like, I nothing but time on my hands. I was binging my way through them, and I was like, no, I love this podcast. So I literally listened to every episode almost.
So what it's there for, like, we actually created it for like Black British women, to just catch a vibe and just to relate to the stories, to know what we're talking about. It's like an inside joke. Do you know what I mean? Obviously it's international, but it's like it's for us. Honestly, but it's like for us kind of thing.
It's relatable.
Like, and if you know, you know kind of vibe. So yeah, that makes me happy.
So you know Glorilla has a new album out.
Yes. I like her though.
I like Glorilla.
Yeah, I like her.
I know her.
Yeah.
Not personally, I know who she is. Yeah.
So she came out with an album, I just think last Friday, just this Friday gone. And basically, it kind of turned into this discourse online where, because I don't know if you guys saw that she was beefing with JT like a little while ago. Yes. Yeah. So there was something that happened with the VMAs that she allegedly hit JT with a purse or something like that. So, and then it turned into a little back and forth with them. And like JT said something, I don't remember what the comment was, but something along the lines of do this and do that and fix up and just like do your thing, like be a good artist, something. And then since then, Glorilla has just been out of here kind of thing. And like people are basically saying that, let me actually read out the tweets. I saw it online yesterday. Glorilla is received better than JT because her personality is of light and love. JT is just, quoting, I don't agree with this, a bit of bitch all the time. Somebody retweeted saying, oh, so close. The answer was actually colorism. And people are basically saying, because this discourse happens often where it comes to like light-skinned rappers that do successfully, Ice Spice being a big one, that people are like, it's because of colorism that they're famous or successful.
That's a plant.
That
I'm
one,
sorry.
yeah, that one is.
What's she's wearing a wig afro now?
Is she? It's not a real afro.
Guys, please, come on.
I thought that was her hair.
That's
I don't know.
I think it's a wig. I'm sorry,
I've
guys.
got no idea. I've got no idea.
And then she said she was Nigerian, but she's not.
She's not Nigerian. That's cap. Why is it always us that they try and use for some, like, I don't get why they do that.
Well, a lot of people like saying they're Nigerian because it's like...
Yeah, because it's like the cool thing now. And her dad is like a whole Dominican. I don't know if you saw that, but basically she was saying her dad was Nigerian. Come to find out, her dad everybody ate. Her dad did a ancestry DNA test. That's where he discovered that he's Nigerian.
And also, guys, ancestry DNA, they're always like 17% Nigerian.
Yeah,
Stephen,
yeah.
Oluwa Stephen from Love is Blind.
Oluwa Stephen is
Was it 3/5?
Yeah, 3/5
Nigerian, Congolese, and Sierra Leone, I think. And
Oh, no, as well, don't forget Ghana.
No, I'm
Black
not in
Star.
was she Ghanaian as well?
Yeah, but I'm not in it.
No, I can't. So anybody that does a DNA ancestry test will come out partly Nigerian. Like, so I was like, how can you go around saying your dad is Nigerian based off of this? But yeah, so essentially that's always an argument where it comes to a lot of light-skinned rappers. But like they're essentially saying the reason why Glorilla has been received differently is because of that. But then a lot of people are counteracting that and saying like, no, actually JT's just mean. Like JT's just not nice to people. So I don't know where you guys stand on this whole...
I don't know about the colorism thing. I mean, I get it, because I think sometimes, listen, I'm a really big advocate for colorism. Like, I don't stand for it. Like, I try to use my platform to talk against it, and I really feel passionate about it, especially for young girls coming up, because I think it's just abhorrent. But I do think that sometimes just because there is a light-skinned person and a dark-skinned person doesn't always mean it's like a colorism situation. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're both black American women. Yeah. I don't know that it necessarily plays a part here. I saw the beefs, and I think that it's more just competitiveness about rap and, you know, clout and that sort of thing. I wouldn't necessarily attribute it to colorism in this circumstance.
Is Glorilla, like, for my concept, is she considered light-skinned? Because I don't think she is.
I mean, I would say she's light-skinned.
Like, yeah, I would consider her light-skinned.
Okay, fine.
I would consider her light-skinned.
But I think she's genuinely more talented.
No, I was going to say, that's why I agree with Audrey, because I think that I can understand when people say that when it comes to people like Ice Spice who are not talented, let's be real. Yeah, but when it comes to Glorilla, I feel like it's unfair to say that when it's somebody that just happens to be light-skinned, that is hardworking, that is putting out good music, because I can't lie, because I listen to a lot of these girls and some... Like, you know when people say, like, oh, it's just all shit now? Like, sometimes that's not always the case, but a lot of it is not, like, of the standard that we're used to where it comes to rap music. But Glorilla, like her album, like genuinely one of the best that's been put out. Yeah, like I think like she's genuinely made a good effort to make good music, and I can't say that for a lot of these rappers. Like a lot of them just rest on the laurels of the fact that they have a big name or they don't really have to do that much. Yeah,
I was about to say, because sometimes I like with Ice Spice, Sexy Red, whoever. I'm like, I'm not the target audience, but even like Ice Spice, because I've seen videos of her like at festivals or whatever, and she's like literally just like they're going like that, and it's like, wait,
have you seen that video where they asked her to freestyle and they told her to freestyle and she twerks? Girl.
And it's like, but it's not even twerking. It's like literally just going like that.
It's like she's like a robot twerker at this point. Like she's just doing it.
Yeah. And I watched the that TikTok series. I was hooked. I put it on 2.5 speed.
Well, the clear trapper one.
Oh, yes. The whole thing.
Yeah, and then I realized.
Find it.
Because Ice Spice definitely recruited her to try and fight the colorism allegations.
Yes.
%. Anybody that listened to that, and even though I know she came out and tried to defend it, it was clear as day that Clear Trapper was telling the truth. 100%. I'll be so real, I'd never heard a Clear Trapper a day in my life.
No, but you know what? You might have seen her videos during lockdown because she was the one that was like explaining the difference between your.
Was she? I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I used to watch her videos. I was like, she's so funny.
She is funny. I've checked her out since then. She is really funny.
She is funny. The way she told that story was so funny.
But she's Nigerian, and she was saying that
Ice Spice. That's why she said that she didn't know that. Like Ice Spice was mad at her because when they brought up to her that she was Nigerian in an interview, she didn't like correct them and say yes, she is.
Yeah.
And I was like, but the fact that your friend, a close friend apparently, who is also Nigerian, doesn't know that you're Nigerian is giving.
It's giving you never said that you never knew until very recently. So go back.
Exactly. Because I'm sure she would know that. So yeah.
But even still, it's not a dark-skinned black woman's place to come out and defend you. Like, why do you feel so entitled to the fact that she should have just come out and said that you were Nigerian? Like, what are you talking about? That is your battle to face. Like, it's got nothing to do with Clear Trapper. But
Ice Spice gives me the vibe of like, let me just throw a black woman in front. Like, she's definitely not Nigerian. She's definitely Dominican or whatever she is. Yeah, it's kind of like, but live in that though. There's nothing like just live in that. Yeah,
it's not a crime.
And I also feel like there's something a bit weird and sinister when it's kind of like you specifically target a specific country in Africa. It has to be I'm Nigerian. Like even Stephen from Love Is Blind. Oh, I'm Nigerian. It's like I'm Congolese and Ghanaian.
It's giving when. Do you remember when Talisa said like, oh, my dad went to the Congo?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what was he doing in Congo?
Yeah, like, I don't think you unpacked that enough before you try.
You're just talking for talking's sake. But I definitely think that this JT Glorilla thing, I'm not gonna apply colours into that here. Unfortunately.
No, I agree.
I see them as equal pegging. As well. Like I don't see like. I mean, JT's obviously doing her thing as a solo artist, but in terms of like her city girls like backstory and history, I think that is very like that can be applied to the situation. And you've had success. I feel like they're level pegging, so I'm not gonna do all of that.
Just one last thing I'll ask before we go back to TV stuff. So, because I remember when Lato first came out, you really were not feeling her because of the name that she had. Remember, she was Mulatto in the beginning. Yeah. Was it Clubhouse? It was
Clubhouse.
I just don't remember. I thought it was the receipt.
No, I didn't know you then. At that point. It was Ashley's room, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, how do you feel about her now that, you know, at the time that all that happened, she changed her name and she came out and said that she never had any negative intentions behind the name, blah, 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 blah. And obviously now she's kind of gone on to be a success. I actually really like Lato's music.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about her now?
I've changed my mind completely. I love Lato now.
Really,
I can't lie. I actually really like her. And to be honest, probably when I was chatting, I didn't really know anything about her. I didn't really know her history.
Just hear the name, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Because the name was crazy.
The name was crazy. But the thing is, I tend to like stay out of like mixed race people's business. That's not really my thing, kind of thing. But it was like, that just means mule. Like,
it's actually more of a derogatory term to mixed race people.
It felt like I can't rate that, but at the same time, I can respect anybody that actually she gets the learnings.
And she changed,
I think that's why I liked her, because I genuinely believe that she was like, you know what, I'll do better.
I genuinely believe that she used it because she just thought it meant mixed.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she is. Her mum's white, dad's black, whatever. And maybe she wasn't privy to the prehistorical context. But again, I was probably doing too much because it's really not my business. Like, it's like, that doesn't affect me. I'm not a mixed woman.
Yeah.
But I just left a bad taste in my mouth at the time, I think.
No, I hear it. Yeah, no, because it was crazy.
I became a fan of Lotto when I saw her, I think it's Double XL or her freshman freestyle.
Oh yeah.
Anybody should, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. And I was like, this girl's actually fire. No,
Or is it just her?
it's the one with it's just her. She's on her own.
Okay.
And I think she's like the only girl in this
Okay.
sci-fi. She's doing a sci-fi.
Oh, wow, okay.
And she did this, and I was like, she is fire.
Really?
Like she's.
Lato is one of the best rappers out. Yeah, she's really good because she's been doing it since she was like a teenager or something. So she's
I
yeah.
don't know any of that stuff about her.
Yeah.
All I know is that there's this light-skinned girl that's come out. She's calling herself Mulatto. I'm not really feeling it. Then I saw her triple XL freshman sci-fi, and I was like, nah, she's actually dope.
She's really good.
She's so dope. So now I really like Lato now.
I like her as well. She just had a music video come out for the song Brokey, and I don't know if you guys saw, but like she got a little bit of backlash from that song, which I kind of think that it's a bit.
People are talking about the recession, and she's
Yeah.
No, you know what actually really annoys me about this topic is that people only pick and choose when to be upset about that where it comes to people they don't like. Because I don't know if you guys remember that even when Stormy did that video, the Mel Made Me Do It video, loads of people were saying, I love that video. And loads of people were saying, oh my God, this is not this tone deaf. Like we're going through one of the biggest like financial crises in the world and all you are come stepping out in white and in Prada and all that. And I'm like,
Yeah, but it's escapism.
Exactly,
It's why we watch
escapism.
reality.
Yeah.
this is what annoys me is that rappers from the beginning of time have always flexed with their money. They've always like, one or two times they take a little shot at us regular working class citizens. But like, it's entertainment. I think people take sometimes that they forget that this is part of the entertainment industry. It's not actually meant to be taken that seriously. Like,
My issue is you have that energy for like Stormzy or whoever, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're in a recession, or we're going through this, that, and the other. Have that same energy for King Charles.
Exactly, and the politicians.
Oh, yeah.
And the
That
politicians.
were partying and getting lit during COVID.
Yeah,
How about that?
it's kind of like direct your energy over there. It's entertainment. It's a music video. This is like what music's about, right?
Yeah.
Everyone always complains that
Escapism,
real
yeah.
music videos don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
We used to have real art, all of this. That they're doing it. They're providing it.
Yeah,
They've also got budget for it.
I totally agree. I think that's a reach. I like Lato now.
Yeah.
She changed her name. She's apologised. I guess she understands why it was problematic. Again, I don't know why I was so invested because it doesn't affect.
no, like honestly, don't even say that because I get where you were coming from.
I taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
But now that I've done more research and I know she's actually talented, she's not just someone that's just been given a pass because of how she looks.
Yeah,
Like, she's
yeah.
actually talented.
Yeah.
And I actually really.
She's someone that if they try and like raise up the colorism, I will actually fight for her. Because not Lato, like that's actually not fair.
Go and watch her double XL.
I need to watch that.
Her double XL
Yeah, she's
sci-fi.
really,
She
really good.
bodies that. Like bodies, and I just thought she was.
And I think, is it the one, I feel like I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember the actual freestyle, but I feel like they did some kind of magazine cover at the back of it. Yeah, if it's that one, no. Because I know she's done another one since then with like the other girls as well involved. And I really like that she does that. Like a couple rappers do bring up the other women after, I like that,
So the reason why I think I started liking her was when she obviously sampled Mariah Carey. I was like,
Yeah,
hello.
and Mariah co-signed.
like,
If
and
Mariah
I was
co-signed
like, Mariah
Yeah.
co-signing her. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm involved.
No,
I'm invested. And like, I also saw something about a TikTok challenge she did.
Oh yeah.
That was the recently, that's in the Brokey video that I just mentioned. So there was a girl that worked at Waffle House that did a Brokey challenge. I don't remember what the challenge was, but they were doing it on TikTok. And she basically got fired off of that.
But then Lato put her in the video or gave her money or something, right?
She gave her money first and then she put it in the music video. So,
I rate that.
Love that. Love that.
so that's why I feel like it's just stupid to get upset about the fact that, like, firstly, in the song she's talking about men, number one. And number two, and number two, I don't get why it wasn't a problem when everybody was flexing and saying that they were, like shaking hands with Donald Trump and having dinners with this and that. But now all of a sudden, we're all so sensitive to the fact that, they're calling us brokies. It's like...
But also male rappers have been calling you man broke for
years.
for decades.
And
saying
you were
you
never
can't...
upset about it.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I've got to get my money up. Like, and now it's a woman saying it, it's an issue.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly.
It's annoying.
So, have you guys been watching Real Housewives of Potomac? Actually, it's one episode, so have you watched the first?
Yes.
The first episode was good, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was juicy.
It was a good episode.
Some good newcomers.
Yeah. I think that this season definitely has potential. I think it's going to be better than last season.
100%. And I think it's because Robin is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, all of our sort of like campaigning against Giselle has not worked. She's still there.
She's never gonna go.
However, I just feel like she now has to adapt to the surroundings, like without Robin. So she's kind of, I think it's given her a reality check. But you can no longer be this big mean girl.
Fully, yeah.
However, I will say, I feel like we rode hard for Wendy versus the Green Eyed Bandits. Candice was that. I don't want to say too much because obviously we've not seen it, but it's given that this season Wendy kind of is a bit like, oh, I'll be your like
all on
like,
Giselle's
yeah,
clip, yeah.
But Wendy has that in her though.
I was gonna say it doesn't surprise me because
Yeah.
I always got the
It's
vibe,
not
not
the
even
first
just
time.
Wendy, Candice as well. I got the vibe that Candice is a little bit more strong in her convictions, but I feel like both of them do really want to be liked by them on top of
100%.
not, liking them, which to an extent I get because that's the vibe that this whole mean girl clique brings out in you being the one that's on the outside. Like you do kind of feel that, like, for lack of a better term, desperation to be liked by them. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like these women, like even like the way Candice was carrying on with Robin last season really pissed me off because I was like, I don't even understand. Like, you're big. Like, this woman does not respect you
at all.
Like, she's not your friend like that. So I don't even understand why you're insisting so hard in like, this has happened, but I want to be friends with you still. Why?
But
Like,
that's what I'm getting from Wendy this
Wendy,
season.
exactly. That's what I was
like,
gonna say. Yeah.
And I hate to say it, 'cause I really like Wendy, but it's giving beg.
Same.
And it's like, I feel like maybe because we're from London, I don't know, maybe we've got a different mentality. It's like, we don't need to beg friends like that.
Like, we can not be friends. We can be cool, we can be civil at best and be in the same space and say hi, and that's about it. We keep it moving because, like, Giselle stood by and let Mia hit you with her purse and throw a drink in your face and say you deserved it.
Exactly, and basically said that you, like, asked for it in a way.
Exactly, when you did nothing but sit there.
Very, very mad. Like, I think so much, and I don't mean to take it down the dark route, honey, but I just think so much of Potomac is rooted in colourism. Like,
it is.
And I do think that, like, it is giving that desire to be friends with a pretty light-skinned girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
but
yeah,
I think it's twofold because we all know that Andy has his favourites with every franchise.
That's why Giselle's still there.
Giselle is 100% like, whoever Andy's friends with gets the most airtime, gets the better edit, do you know what I mean? Gets to sit next to him in the reunions. And it's giving that. So I do think it's like it's a twofold situation. It is giving, like, I want to be friends with a mean girl because it does make life easier. Let's be real. Yeah. Especially when it comes to filming, they want to make a good show. But also it's like you want to be on the in with Andy and production. So I don't know. But it felt like Giselle seemed warmer to me. I don't know if it probably is out of desperation.
Yeah, and also Robin not being
exactly.
there.
She doesn't have an ally anymore. She doesn't have, so who knows? But it felt like a better energy. And it was nice that they were all able to film together because with New Jersey, they can't.
Oh, really?
And it's really annoying. Yeah, and they're going to need to do something about that because they can't. They all hate each other. They don't. They
kind of like Potomac last season.
Exactly. So they just do like one final scene where everyone's together at a dinner or whatever, but generally no one films together.
And it doesn't make it a fun watch because it's like, that's not the point in the show. The whole point of the show is that whatever happens between the group, you still all
like, show up, film.
Exactly.
Show up, film.
Yeah. It's just like,
yeah.
do you know how much this is why Potomac was annoying me for a little bit because she went down with Atlanta and they all still filmed together.
Oh
like,
my God, always.
Portia pretty much accused Candy of trying to assault her, and they still filmed together.
And they still gave
moments.
And also, do you remember when Portia like battered Kenya at the reunion?
Yes.
They still showed up the next season, had to film. It's
exactly.
Kind of like, I hate to say it, the show goes on, right?
Exactly. The show must go on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're kind of realizing that this season.
I might have an unpopular opinion. Yeah.
Oh, go for it.
I'm here for Jacqueline. Like Jacqueline.
Yeah.
She was the facial
I'm not with you on that one.
No, even though she's weird, like she was sharing toothbrushes with Mia.
She's just like Mia, really.
She is. They're one and the same.
Besties in it,
But her facial expressions and the fact that she's willing to ask Karen the uncomfortable questions, like I'm here for her being.
I am here for that, but see the whole Karen thing and I love me some Karen.
Yeah,
but her not taking accountability is just not gonna fly.
She's delusional.
Like,
in a beautiful
way.
Girl,
you could have killed somebody.
No,
like, you have to take accountability. Like, this is just not. And what annoys me, and I get it, because Karen, accountability is not her strong suit anyway. So it's not like I was too surprised.
Yeah, but this is her second time, guys.
Exactly.
Second one.
It's bad.
It's not funny, but
like and I don't know about you guys, but like whenever she brings up her parents, I do get it because of course, like when you lose your parents, no matter what age you are, it's hard, isn't it? But your parents, you're 60 yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Your parents lived a long, healthy life. Like, come on, girl, you can't use that as an excuse.
Yeah, but I feel like with Karen, she's like, oh, this happened to me. Oh, it's because my parents died. It's like, no. You got in that car, you drank, knowing that you had like way too much alcohol, and you know what was sending me? It was like the reenactment with the deers.
Yeah, they're so good, but Potomac edited.
When they do that reenactment, I
always
died.
like that though. Potomac editing is the shady. I don't know who is in that edit suite with Potomac, but it doesn't happen with any other franchise. But they're so damn shady.
I love it.
But just to quickly go back to what you guys were saying about her weaponizing her parents, like that's exactly what she's doing. It's almost like a silencing tactic.
Yeah.
Because if you always lean on, I did it because of this, then no one can
say
anything about it.
Yeah. Trauma.
Exactly, but it's like you were lucky to see to like have your parents for that long. Like that is
like not many people at 60 years old can say that their parents just recently died. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So she knows exactly what she's doing with that. But Karen, like, I love her because she is. I do like delusional housewives. Yes, I think it makes great TV.
Yeah.
But she is delusional. Like
she is.
Like anyway, I'll just leave it.
And it's like you're not even getting the idea that this is just not going to work because people really love you. If you just took accountability and
100%.
just kept it moving, people would be happy with that. Do you know what I mean? Because people genuinely love Karen. But the fact that you're trying to be like, oh, you know, my parents' dead, so no, I can't talk about it.
Exactly. We're not downplaying it.
That
was 5 years
your
ago.
parents.
No, of course,
That's not my thing, But with Karen, it's kind of like, mate, like your mum died however many years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't even recent.
You drank too much. You got in a car. You can afford a chauffeur.
That's what I don't get. I don't get driving drunk generally in this day and age.
Or get an Uber.
Yes.
Or get an Uber. But you know what? Like, it was funny to me. It's when Giselle picked her up and was like, okay, so I won't take you by. That's too triggering. Is that too triggering?
Giselle was so damn shady. Giselle was so damn shady for that.
So shady for that. What she?
I swear she even said something like, I'm going to offer to pick you up. Before they even got in the car, she was like, I think I should go get her.
Yeah.
I was like, you can just not drive her past.
Exactly. You're so damn extra. I was busting up when she said that.
Also, did Giselle say dear or was that Ashley? I remember someone.
Was it Ashley? I thought it was Giselle.
And I was like, okay.
But they keep interspersing the dear.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
so ridiculous.
She did. I was saying, okay, so I meant to read the article before I came here and I forgot. So are the deer actually involved? That's why they keep doing that.
They keep alluding to.
I think they
must have been. Yeah, it must be.
They kept on doing flashes of deers, so it must be.
And I didn't know you could have that many charges for drink driving.
Yeah, no, I've actually remembered the original article now. I think she was swerving to avoid hitting a deer. That was it. Yeah, so that's why.
She says.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love me some Karen, but damn, like sis, like you can't be on your high horse in this situation. It's actually okay to be humble,
and
to be like, you know what, guys. And I think that the scene can move on so much
quicker.
Like
exactly.
If you say that,
point,
because otherwise, when you don't, then it gives people a reason to just like elongate
to dig their heels in and
prolong it.
Yeah. But what I would say though, as much as I think that, is I don't know how I feel about the girls trying to paint her as an alcoholic. Even though I agree she's not handling it well, and it's definitely suspect that she's had 2, is it DUIs or DWIs? DUIs, yeah. But I feel like at the moment, all we can see is that we have proof of her making bad, poor decisions.
I can't keep a straight face.
I don't know because I'm looking at Femin, to be honest.
She's a 60-year-old lady with a DUI, like recently.
Not on my watch.
With
I just think of that American
because
teenagers.
Do you guys think that having 2 DUIs, especially like you said at this age,
you should know better? Whatever it's called.
What do we call it here? Yeah, drink driving.
Drink driving. Yeah. Is that indicative of maybe you have a problem?
I
think the problem is a stretch because they were quite far apart.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just unfortunate that is her thing. Like I think people have their things. And I think that she didn't learn from the last time. But I don't know that Karen has a problem. Nothing else indicates that she does.
Exactly, yeah. I think she just has poor judgment in those moments where she's drunk and she has her car and she's like, I'm just going to drive. Because clearly that means that you drive drunk a lot. And that's what I don't like. That's what I don't like, is that you clearly do this a lot to the point where you felt like it was fine to do because you do it all the time. 100%. And you really shouldn't do that. Because I said the same thing even when Justin Timberlake randomly, recently, got caught. Yeah. It's like, you are rich. Get an Uber. Like, get a car. Why do you need to drive? It's just so unnecessary.
If I have that kind of money.
Exactly. It just absolutely makes no sense when you have all that access and all that money that you
can... in the back seat drinking.
I would never drive anywhere. No. I don't even like driving like at all. Like,
just like driving with 7. That's what it would be.
Driving with 7. So yeah, no, Karen, we got to do better than that, girl. But I'm a little bit, I mean, we know it's fake because we know who Giselle is, but I am here for her making, I guess, a more comfortable season than we're used to where it comes to her.
Definitely.
This is why it was very necessary to take Robin out. But I can't lie, if Robin is gone, I don't know why they didn't do the same for Ashley, because why is Ashley still here?
No, but guys, I despise her.
No, I hate Ashley as well, but she's a great housewife though.
But Ashley is boring.
What?
She's had the same
Yeah, she's
season
been
3
on the-
times.
Okay, no.
Three times over.
Girls, I don't like Ashley. I do not like her. I hate her. I think she's a messy, nasty piece of work. But I can separate the artist from the art.
Sorry.
Okay? And I can accept that Ashley's a foul person, but I want to be friends with her? Absolutely not. But is she a great messy housewife? Absolutely.
Like a necessary
does
evil.
she instigate? Exactly. She's a necessary evil. Does she instigate shit? Absolutely.
Even the way she keeps dragging the fact that this is her second DUI in this season.
Exactly. That's exactly why she's a great housewife. That's exactly why she's great, because she does the things that we're all thinking secretly.
Yeah.
She actually puts it out there. Horrible, nasty piece of work.
But isn't
great
that Jacqueline
housewife.
now? Like Jacqueline, I see that for this season.
Yeah,
Jacqueline could be a potential Ashley.
I even think Kenya's like that.
Who?
Like Kenya. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Brilliant at that. Yeah,
I know you like her.
I
Tony
love
likes her
Kenya.
as well.
I
don't
love
know
is a
that I
stretch, but I
necessarily
do. She's
like
very good at that.
her,
I will
but she's
say.
an amazing
Yeah.
housewife.
Yeah.
There's no housewives without her since she
Yes.
joined in season 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I do feel like the same for Ashley. Has she rinsed her whole divorce thing? Yes. Definitely. Does she need a fresh storyline? Yes. But
That's my thing. It's just get
messy.
something else.
Yeah, she needs a new storyline, but she's necessary for Potomac.
And also with the Michael thing, it's kind of like, dude, you are dating other men. You still haven't divorced Michael. He's paying for your Uber Eats. He's giving you a credit card. Can we address why Michael is the biggest landowner in Somalia?
Is he?
Right,
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
That's very
It's
scary.
weird.
That's a white man.
Biggest
Landowner in
landowner.
Somalia. Apparently, this is what someone said in one of the spaces last year.
That's very scary. Yeah.
And you still haven't divorced him.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. But I don't believe they're secretly still together or anything. I think he. Is
I don't even know because they don't give enough. I really don't know. I don't think they're still together either because it's been a few years by this point. So I
she's
think if they
fully
were,
dated.
they would just,
But he gives cold vibes. I wouldn't be surprised if he asked to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That whole
But
thing
he's
is-
bi, right? Was he?
I think,
he
he definitely
must
likes
be.
men. Like
Yeah.
from
He must
season
be.
1, he's been
Yeah.
grabbing men's
Yeah.
asses.
Remember him
Yeah.
helping with Juan as well.
Yeah.
Remember Juan? Oh my God, he loves him
He
some
loved
Juan.
Juan. He loves him some Juan.
Like, so yeah, he definitely is bisexual at least. But I don't know, like there's something about Ashley that's just very, it's because for me, it's not even like I have I don't like her, but it's not even like I hate her as much as most Housewives watchers do. It's just like, what is really your purpose here? Like I get the mess, but how long can that go on for?
Do you remember she was the one that instigated that whole Osu thing? Is it Osu?
Yes.
Oh,
See?
sorry,
Oh my
God.
God.
Yes. It was her.
It was all
getting involved
her,
in
and
Nigerian
she-
business.
And
Not
that was
exactly.
you.
when
And
she
she
went
even
too
got it
far,
wrong,
though.
and she came back and she reported the wrong information.
Yes.
I forgot about that lady. I'm glad they got rid of her.
Necker, yeah.
Necker,
I didn't
yeah,
until
yeah.
they reminded me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they got
Good
rid of her. But
riddance,
that was
boy.
all Ashley's doing, which is
I'm so
awful.
sorry, but Necker is crazy for that.
Yeah,
like, you're a
very.
Nigerian woman and you really
Very.
allow these African-American women to do all
Yeah,
that.
and also I knew from the moment she wasn't telling them how to pronounce her name. she's
Yeah.
among
Yeah,
us.
she
Yeah,
even
yeah,
told
yeah.
them they can say it anyhow.
Yeah,
And
you
it was the
said-
fact that not even just that she, like, it was the fact that another Nigerian woman, another Igbo Nigerian woman
Yes.
said the correct
Yeah.
name and you were like, oh, no.
It's okay.
Let them, what?
Like,
Girl,
stand
what?
up. Like, stand up.
I was like, oh, I don't know about this girl.
Exactly. Weird.
So, yeah,
and
no.
also she really wanted like the Green Eyed Bandits approval. I remember
Approval.
she came.
And
she
look how
replied
that
to, like,
ended.
I
Oh my
quote
God.
tweeted her. She replied to my tweet and was banging on about reverse colorism. I was like, shut up.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
she was.
She was
Yes.
talking about that in, I think, was it an
It's so
interview in the Shade
embarrassing.
Room, I think.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, it was a shade room interview.
She was going on about that, and I was like, I
I
actually
like
can't believe as a
something-
dark-skinned woman, you're actually saying this
It's
with
embarrassing.
conviction. Like, I was genuinely like, no, like, you
Oh.
need work, you have work to do,
I actually feel
because
sick.
Yeah.
that reverse colorism thing makes me so mad, because you can
Same.
acknowledge that, I guess, lighter-skinned women are always looked at as, I don't know, like, I don't even know what their point is,
It's
but
like-
I didn't get
it's
the
not
point.
reverse
It wasn't
colorism.
reverse colorism. And also
They
with
need to come
her,
up with their own name.
she's a lawyer. But it's
Yeah,
prejudice.
she is a
It's
lawyer,
technically
isn't she?
prejudice, right? Like you could just label it as prejudice.
Oh,
It's
you're so
basically
pretty. Oh.
Basically, their
That's so
narrative
hard.
is that, oh, because they're light-skinned, they're looked at as, oh, you're going to be a colorist because you're light-skinned. Like, essentially,
No.
that is colorism in itself. The
Exactly.
fact that stems from
Yeah, yeah,
colorism.
exactly.
So, like, you trying to be,
Exactly.
like, saying they're victims on the receiving end of reverse colorism
They
is
were.
bullshit, because it's like, that's no.
Also, guys, sorry. Even like back to Wendy. Wendy's an AKA,
Yeah, she is, yeah.
and AKA is kind of like I went to Howard Homecoming and I really liked their songs. It was quite sassy. It was quite bitchy. I
You
quite
went to
liked
Howard
it there.
Homecoming?
Yeah, but
That's so fun.
it's like historically a sorority tends to be light-skinned women.
Mhm.
So the fact that it's like, and also when you look at the history of the paper bag test, all of that, they used to do that in sororities.
Oh,
So
okay.
now, even with Wendy, I don't know if I'm surprised that she's trying to gag for like Giselle. I think Giselle might be an AKA.
This might
Yeah,
be
she
something
is.
she's
Yeah.
used to doing. Yeah, she is, yeah, same
Yeah.
sorority, yeah.
Yeah.
So then maybe this is something she's used to doing.
That's
really sad.
Begging for light skin approval. And I understand it. At the end of the day, it's a survival tactic, but like you're the Wendy, like you don't need the approval of
Wendy
Giselle.
actually has what all of them want. That's what's crazy to me. Like, you're beautiful, you're accomplished, you're intelligent, you have degrees, a husband, a good-looking husband, successful, good-looking husband, 3 kids. Like, that's why Giselle was acting like that with her, because she was like, oh my God, and she's dark skinned on top of that, and she has all of this. Right. Same attitude with Monique as well. How dare she come with her full houses? And like, do you know what I mean? That's, you could tell. And this is what was so annoying about the fact that they tried to put all of that on Candace, because you labelled us as colorists. Now everyone is calling us colorists. No, people were pointing this out before because of the behaviour you were exhibiting. It wasn't anything to do with Candace, actually. So.
And also, I feel like they kind of they think the viewers are thick.
Yeah, they do.
Like, hang on, who do you think's watching the show? Like, it's black women watching the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also, don't think it's all light-skinned black women watching the show. There are and also there were light-skinned and dark-skinned black women that can see the blatant colorism on the show.
Even a lot of light-skinned women were the ones that were calling out. And it. Like, the TikTok stories that I saw, like, because it was so flagrant. And a lot of light-skinned women were like, this is blatant. Like, it's clear as day what's happening here.
Yeah.
So bad.
And not even just Giselle. I remember when Wendy's first season came about and Ashley was having an argument with her, and she called her like ferocious and like something like that. And I was like, whoa, like, what do you mean ferocious? Like, every single woman on here hasn't had a fight with you in particular. But now as soon as Wendy comes, all of a sudden she's this ferocious. Like, it's just, and what I really didn't like is that at least accept the fact that, you know what, me being a lighter-skinned woman from Louisiana, maybe there's some type of behavior that I'm not realising.
Ashley's mixed race, though. Don't forget. Remember,
she is mixed race. Yeah.
Didn't open the door, innit?
That, you know what? You know what?
It has a lot to do with everything. That's why she wanted Michael.
I'm not gonna like. I mean, Michael, even like him being the age that he is, like, it's definitely giving daddy issues.
Yeah, it was, like, he's old enough to be your dad.
Yeah, 100%.
And like an Australian man, like.
You know what? Maybe I'll agree with you, Audrey. Ashley has definitely given in her heyday, because the fact that she filmed that scene.
Exactly. And do you remember when she went and wrote a character reference
for Monique? Right? Was it for Monique? Yes,
she did. They hated her for that. Oh my God.
Ashley has given in her time.
I wasn't actually mad at that though. I can't lie, because I don't know. How do you look? Where do you stand on the whole Monique Candace thing? Because I personally think that Monique was very wrong.
I didn't like Candice sometimes.
I feel like I was
and Candice provoked her. I'm not trying to say that Monique wasn't responsible for her actions, but and this was more than once that she was begging Monique to drag her. You can't now be dragged and then cry like the victim.
The thing is, I don't remember. Actually, Potomac is one of the ones I need to go back and rewatch. I rewatched all of the Housewives, but I can't remember. All I know is that I didn't like Candice at the time.
I didn't either.
And I was Team Monique.
Yeah, same.
I like Monique. The binder.
Oh my God,
that was
epic. I would love Monique to come back.
So would I.
I would love her to come back. She's not. No, she's not with Chris anymore.
Chris, that's it.
But that kind of makes
His
it
mum
even
was
bit
wild. I went back and watched it for earlier season.
His
mum was wild. The way she was talking.
She was so rude. But to be fair, Chris at least stood on business, because he didn't talk to his mum for a little bit after that.
Yeah, he did.
So I was glad to see that, because usually men with their mums be, you know. So yeah, at least that was something. But yeah, I would love to see Monique back. But I do like these newbies though. How do you guys feel about the newbies?
Usually I don't take to new housewives. Sorry. It takes me a minute. I always like the OGs, but it feels like they're going to be good. So who is an actual new housewife though? So the lady that owns the boutique, the Nigerian lady, is she a housewife or is she a friend of?
I think is she a friend of?
I don't know if she's a friend of.
I'm not sure actually. QVC is a
Is there
housewife.
something wrong with her neck? Because she's like this.
She's very stiff in the neck.
Yeah, she's very stiff.
I'm sorry for what I said.
I was like, is there something wrong with her neck?
Said, was she in the car with Karen?
I thought it was
She got whiplash.
I was like, was she in the car with Karen?
No, I noticed that. So I thought it was just me as well. So when I saw you two, I was like, okay, so it's just me. Because she like, I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. So, and I've also noticed that a lot of people that give commentary, do reviews and stuff are very invested in her. So I wonder if she's kind of well known.
I don't know who she is.
In America, I've never heard of her.
I don't know either. Like, when she says QVC, is that the shopping channel?
Yeah,
good. I was like, that's what I'm assuming that is. Okay.
I mean, we have it here, but I've never watched it.
I've never watched it either. It's on late at night, so it's for people that are just up at night
just
with nothing to do. Yeah, shopping addicts
What
basically.
does QVC stand for? Quality. No, I'm making this up. But quality
no
value. I don't know.
Customer.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Quality value.
But yeah, so you know, she seems nice. And it looks like, I think Karen was trying to be strategic and get 2 girls on that were going to back her.
And they don't happen to be light-skinned.
Yeah.
Funny that. Like, come on, like, it was like... But also, Karen knew she was separated from her husband. Like, that whole scene of her going, oh my God, you're
Yeah, they all did. Yeah.
Like, it was like, come on.
Yeah.
But also, hang on, wait, is the woman from the shop Nigerian?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
She
the
was
woman
given-
with
I
the
don't know where
boutique
in
is
Africa she's
Nigerian.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when they introduced a fellow African or Nigerian, I'm just kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm still traumatized.
Yeah, from neck up.
I was going to say, I wonder if, because people were trying to say that Wendy obviously was trying to make an issue with Nneka because she was upset about the only other Nigerian. I honestly call BS with that because I feel like sometimes Americans really don't understand like certain things in our culture. It's not that serious. Like, I'm sure Wendy was not pressed. Like, I don't see why she would care about that, you know? So I wonder if that was also a ploy as to like introduce another Nigerian woman on the show and be like, hey, look, we can have 2 Nigerian women.
Like to cancel what you did before. Because
essentially.
the thing is, I don't think Bravo realised what they did with the OC storyline, the mum accusing Wendy's mum of witchcraft. You touched such a massive cultural sensitivity that you should never have gone there.
And I was so upset because I really feel like they were displaying their ignorance and just distasteful. Yeah. Because there's certain things that they will have no problem doing when it comes to Africans and Caribbeans, but they will never ever do with anybody else's culture. Yeah. And I was really like, I don't think anyone is deeping like, they're really spinning out a whole season where they are accusing Wendy's mum of being a witch. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. So I think that it wasn't until the reunion, because you saw their energy was very different at the reunion where in comparison to the last season. So I think they've learned now and they're definitely going to try and clean up that mess with this new Nigerian lady and Wendy. So we'll see.
It was when they, and then they like, I feel like Wendy was, I don't know if she got whisperings of like the witchcraft rumors through other like housewives, and then it was like pictures of her doing her Holy Communion or whatever.
Yeah. Trying to clean it up. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
And then, do you remember when it was like Wendy's mum? I think she said like Holy Ghost fire or something.
I heard that even this episode, because she said that in this episode, and someone was like, oh, and I was like, that means the fire of the Holy Ghost.
Exactly,
like,
please
you stop
guys
it.
Calm down. No, last season was like insufferable.
It was insufferable.
Like it was so bad. I don't want to have another season.
Mia carried last season.
Huh?
Mia.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, because I forgot. I was going to wrap up and I forgot about Mia. Mia, what do you guys? I'm so sorry because
you know what? People are always at me in my tweet because have you seen that video of Mia? It's basically Mia being like, I don't give a fuck what all you've got to say. And it's from on some blog or whatever. And it's just like
is it?
All Mia stuff. But the first like they've got like a bunch of like, so it's basically Mia walking down the road, like a corridor, being like looking all fly, being like, and loads of tweets pop up. My tweet popped up being like, I hate Mia. And it's like my tweet like on this video.
Oh, okay.
And people always send it to me. I'm like, I know, I've seen it. And it's like, I hate Mia so much with like my whole face, my whole everything.
Oh, that's so
But again, Mia, I think she's a great housewife.
Yes,
but
I agree.
An awful person.
Yeah.
So, but I don't need my housewives to be nice because very few of them I feel like can be, apart from like a Nene or a Phaedra or whatever, can just be funny and
likeable
and not have mad in Kenya and not have
okay.
Oh no, sorry, I was tweeting to that. I didn't mean to say that. Scrap that. Yeah, exactly, please. I did not mean to say that. Portia, that can be just like
Portia,
existing, but Mia, I don't think she's any of those things, but she's a great housewife because she delivers, and I don't think she cares about.
No, she's her level of shamelessness is astounding to me.
This whole paternity thing is
her storyline is whether or not your oldest is the father.
I'm just like, sis, okay.
Like, how can that be your whole storyline?
I'm entertained, but this is.
It's wrong, right?
But the thing is, and you know it's all for camera because you could have done this in the off season.
But Gordon, can we address the elephant? Why is Gordon still here? Although I'm here for him as a viewer. Why is he still?
No, the question is why she's folding his drawers. That is the question.
Like, him and her are folding his drawers.
Like, he's there filming on. Like, is he getting a check from Housewives?
I was going to say, a lot of people think that they are all in cahoots together, the three of them. Him, Ink, and Mia. Yeah.
I think that maybe they've been open the whole time.
Maybe, Well, they have been because Gordon gave her permission, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I can only have like cap sympathy for him because I do feel sorry for him because it does seem like he's heartbroken. But at the same time, you knew, like, you gave your wife the permission to.
You knew what it was when you
knew what it was. You left your wife knowing what it was for this woman.
You guys were in a strip club. A steak, but they served steak, so it was a bit different. But it's
Gentleman's club.
Transactional. Gordon, you want fair? go to a circus. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, you want
That was a bar. He ate with that. That's the best thing Gordon's ever done.
Yeah, Cousins not like Gordon at all. Like, I really thought he was a nasty, creepy guy. But
he is creepy. He's still a bit creepy, but yeah.
But then at the same time, I guess it was just mutually just abusive, wasn't it, on both sides? Oh God, what
boy, Mia and Gordon and this ain't. I'm so sorry. I gagged when Karen called him DJ Applebox.
And it also, when was it Karen? It was like, you notice he always stands in the back.
He does. And then they actually put pictures up
because that's exactly what she's doing. Like,
the editing is so dumb on that show. Like, they're so damn messy. No one else edits like that show. No one.
You're right. Atlanta doesn't do that.
They don't do that messy editing.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh, that was so funny.
And he's like there in the background like that, like
literally,
like right in the camera.
She's literally several feet behind him trying to lift some.
It's insane.
I was like, you know what, I'm with Karen. Let your short king rest in peace. Like, come on now. Oh my God. But yeah, no. What did you think of the fact that they said she wasn't protecting her kids because of everything that's gone on with?
I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's true.
I agree too.
Like,
they're not far off.
It might have been harsh to hear, but it's true.
Yeah. And I think that again, I do think a housewife has a responsibility to give us the tea. Like, that's what we signed up for. But I wouldn't have been mad if this one didn't make the cameras.
Yeah.
There was enough other storylines that they could have focused on. I think this is very sensitive, and because she has their faces on camera, it's not like they're in the background. So it's a bit much. Like, that he's gonna have to deal with it not that far in the future as well. Maybe like 5 years. Your dad didn't know who your mum didn't know who your dad was and all of that. So I think that's true.
And even if it is just a script storyline, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you're willing to use your child as a tool for reality TV just makes me feel so uncomfortable.
I know. It doesn't surprise me because Mia definitely gives the vibe that she'll do anything still on the show.
Yeah.
I love that for us, but
exactly. But
I hate it for her son.
Because she could have actually like sorted this out off season and come into this new season like, okay, me and Gordon are separated now. This is my new boo, and like just gone that route as opposed to making it messy and who's the father and
the paternity stuff is very tricky.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a bit too far.
I agree. Because even like the kid is quite old as well. Like they're almost a teenager.
Like 11,
and people in school are going to be like, oh, like, come on. Like, exactly. And that's what I don't like. It's like, come on, you're not thinking about your child really. That's why I kind of wasn't mad at, I mean, they were definitely deflecting off of Karen, but I wasn't mad at what they were saying because it's essentially true. Like, you weren't really thinking about your child in the situation because he's probably not going to have the most comfortable year off the back of this. But boy, and also I don't think that baby is inked either, so it's a bit annoying. Exactly. Like, why are we even doing this? Like, it's not your child.
The son and daughter look like Gordon.
Like, they look exactly like him. Like, what is this? So that's why Gordon hasn't got time for it. He's just like, what?
Right. You can't be that pressed for reality TV that you're willing to put your son.
She is clearly.
Like, that's sad, guys.
But it's mad because anyway, if I talk.
I'm so curious as to what you're gonna say.
What were you gonna say? What did you say?
I really like some women can get away with that.
Oh, facts. 100%.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, if it was Wendy.
I literally saw a review this morning saying, you could tell Mia's not black the way you and I are black because we would never, like, we would never be on TV. About who the father is.
No one's judging the fact 100%. That she's at the same time.
Yes.
But all overlooking that, we're just all gagging to be the same.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, if it was dark-skinned woman, exactly. If it was Wendy or Candice, never.
Or any other dark-skinned woman, no,
that could just overrun. Like, colorism is rife.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so true.
But yeah.
But shout out to Real Housewives of Potomac. I think that we're gonna have a good season, to be honest.
I'm optimistic with this season.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like Giselle and Ashley need to retire their family.
What is that?
Oh my God!
DNA.
And they're still not apparently like got a website that's up and running. So I'm like, it's giving She by Sheree.
Yeah.
That ain't it at all.
I like chaos. Like, I'm unapologetic. I love reality TV that is chaotic.
Yeah.
So when I saw a clip of Jen getting arrested in like, and they were in a limo, all of that, I was like, okay, I need to start watching from season 1 to prepare myself for all of this. I was like, I was sold. They're messy. They're so messy.
They are.
The White Housewives are always more messy.
They are. I love Beverly Hills as well. Yeah.
Not given as much like the airtime of the messiness is not really like displayed as much.
Yeah.
But the only reason I really got into Salt Lake was because of everybody tweeting about how it was the maddest finale of Housewives history, blah blah blah. And I was like, do you know what? So I just banged it out. I didn't even watch season 1, you know.
Oh, you didn't?
Like, she wanted to get to the gist, so I started from season 2.
Which finale were they talking about?
This with Monica and all
That was amazing.
Oh, okay. So you didn't watch it before
I
then?
did not watch it. I wasn't watching it. It was only because everyone was tweeting about that time, about that storyline.
Yeah, Monica was a... Yeah.
And then I went back and watched it and I was like...
I love Monica. I honestly think that I don't really like... I get that them as people are going to feel uncomfortable around her in that sense. But what I don't like is the fact that they were kind of loving what she was doing until all of a sudden she was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, but you were all DMing her, kikiing about it.
My issue with Monica is, like, I don't have an issue with Monica per se, but what my issue with the whole not bringing Monica back thing is, you had Phaedra sat there saying all these allegations about Candy and Portia, like, chiming in on it, but a stupid blog page,
But they did
burner page,
at first, though.
is kind of like, hello, but guys, like, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, a burner page versus like sexual assault.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's a lot like, come on.
It's not the same level at all, yeah.
Like, bring her back.
But to be fair, they did fire Phaedra at first, and then it took a few years to bring her back.
She's good. She's on Dance with the Stars now.
Yeah, she is. You can tell they love her because they bring her back on everything.
She's great TV. She is good TV.
She is.
But it's kind of like all Monica did was have
I completely agree.
an Instagram page that revealed tea. And also with Monica, the reason why I liked it is because I don't like the bit about like her mum. I felt sorry for her, and I've kind of feel like I know like it's supposed to be. Her mum was nasty to her.
Yeah. I was fully on Monica's side with her mum. Her mum was.
That was uncomfortable.
Even like when you unpack the fact that she like even gave her up as a child and stuff to like. There's a lot with her mum that I felt like Monica was 100% a victim.
And then what happened when she wanted to meet her family?
In Bermuda.
Yes, and her mum put a stop to it,
Really mad.
Her mum is so,
for sure.
I think that I was definitely on Monica's side with that. And to be honest, even with the whole thing coming out, I was kind of like, well, like...
I mean, it was great.
It was good TV.
Great TV. And to be honest, Heather is not innocent. Like, Heather is acting like, oh my gosh, she's this horrible woman. But you knew about it for ages and didn't say anything.
I do.
I liked Heather.
I don't mind her.
Heather was one of my favorites in the beginning, but I feel like she's changing a bit. Like, I don't really like how she is now. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about the way she treats Whitney, but it doesn't really sit well with me.
Whitney's a Karen.
Oh, really? I like Whitney.
With Heather, do you know what annoys me is you had, in all the seasons you've been in Salt Lake City, you had one line that ate, and now you've rinsed it. You've rinsed it to the
receipts. Time, like, yeah.
Timeline. It's like, dude, one
One
time.
I think Whitney deserves the smoke. I think Whitney is a nasty Karen.
Really?
Yeah, I really think she's a nasty
Her
Karen.
voice irritates me.
Don't get me wrong, I see how she can be irritating, but when has she been a Karen?
I don't know, she just gives me Karen vibes. I do not like her. My favourite is Lisa Barlow. You can never make me hate Lisa.
Audrey, what?
Maybe my things are...
Oh my God, no, me and Audrey on our Salt Lake City faves are polar opposite.
Anything wrong that Lisa's done apart from giving you.
She hasn't. Okay, can I confess though?
No,
until this season, I couldn't.
How can you say Whitney's a Karen and Lisa's not?
Yeah, but Meredith has like these tips.
Meredith is an actual Karen.
Meredith is high all the time. Yeah. Meredith is always popping Xanax, for sure.
She's on something. I mean, what's bastards? Shut up. You didn't invent getting...
No, that really irritated. And I like Meredith, but that really irritated me. Like, are you actually upset about this bar stuff?
It was such a reach, but I do not like Whitney at all.
Can you please walk me through why you like Lisa and not Whitney? Like, I don't get it.
I mean, people are always blaming her for something. Lisa hasn't done anything.
Audrey, Lisa is mad annoying. Always screaming. And she's always like, I feel like she gives way more Karen energy than Whitney personally. Because she's always screaming and acts like the victim when she's the villain.
But I think
she's a Karen. White women, so it doesn't bother me.
True. I mean, they all do that, to be fair. Yeah, you're right about that.
I kind of see what you're saying. Lisa adds to the storyline a bit more, whereas I find Whitney quite jarring, and I think it's her voice.
No, Whitney is annoying. Yeah, she's annoying. I like her, but she's annoying.
They're still trying to hold Lisa to that hot mic moment. Sorry, it was a hot mic moment.
Yeah.
She said a lot, though.
Nobody knows what anybody would say if they were having hot mic.
That's true. That's true.
I just think, whatever. But I just find Lisa funny. Maybe I'm just blinded to I love her style. I love the fact that she hasn't really had any work done. I love her.
Huh?
I don't think she's had any work done.
Lisa.
Really, Lisa? I feel like she's got a lot of
lines. I feel like they all have work done.
Lisa has like a lot of lines in her face.
Okay.
I know why you think that because her tan is awful and you can still see that she hasn't got the best skin. But like, no, she's had work. I think they've all had work done.
Heather's new face and body.
Heather's new face. I'm sorry, let me not, because I really don't like to talk about people's faces. But Heather's new face scares me a little bit.
A little bit, and also. I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it. She kind of reminds me of Wayne Rooney.
Why? Sorry, I did a side by side in my head, and I was like.
Because before I started watching, I watched this Colin Rooney documentary.
Has he had work done as well?
Who?
Wayne Rooney.
No, I feel like they look quite similar.
Oh,
like they could be cousins, could be related. Yeah, like square. Square head.
Like boxing head.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about Heather's new look, because I do think she looks good body-wise, I guess.
Yeah.
She looks the same, just thinner.
The new teeth.
I need to watch. No, I know what you mean. Always have it in the background and doing stuff.
I don't know. You know when some people lose weight and they look a bit eerie almost?
Yeah.
Like, there's some people that just suit how they are.
At least she admits she's on Ozempic.
No, yeah, which is fair.
I rate the whole admitting that you're on it.
Honest about it. Yeah.
And I love that for her, because I feel like she has gained a lot of self-confidence from it. And I love that for her, because I think it's important that everyone feels that way.
Wait, hang on, Hannah, let's be real here, yeah? Do you think the Ozempic, the new teeth, the new face, the Botox, whatever she's done, has given her confidence? Or do you think that one line has given her confidence?
Oh, the receipts timeline. You think that that's more what it's attributed to than maybe. I definitely think she definitely gives the type that she loves being a fan favorite, for sure. Yeah.
She's not a fan favorite. Mary is a fan favorite. That's a real tea.
Yeah, Mary is so funny.
But to be fair, I don't get why. I really. It's only actually recently that I've started to like Mary.
Yeah, same.
I didn't really like her before, so I didn't get why everybody loved her.
And everyone was like, "No, trust me, Audrey, you're gonna love it."
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I respect about her? She's very unapologetically her. Yes. And I think I respect that a lot, regardless of whether or not I like you. And also, like, I get her now more, whereas I didn't before. Like, even in this new season with this new Brittany character. And don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily, like, a huge fan of her either. But at the beginning, I was like, Mary, you might be a little bit hard on her. Like, I don't think she really meant it like that. Like, it wasn't that.
I kind of got where Mary was coming from. It was kind of like.
I did too. I started to understand it after a while.
She was prioritizing the man over her kids.
Yeah, and I think that triggered Mary. Yeah, the costume thing is where I thought she was hard on her. But I think from the beginning, Mary was a bit triggered by her because of that. Because of the fact that, and I kind of get that because.
This is the thing with her kids after, but she was really
But I think that was really what it was.
Yeah.
But I do think the whole costume thing was a little bit like, it's not. Because let's be real, I'm not going to lie, I like Bronwyn, but her outfits are giving costume a little bit.
Was it a hot dog?
Yeah, the hot dog costume, yeah. And even that jacket she was wearing, that Rihanna one, like, yeah, you don't look like
Rihanna.
So, you know, a lot. So, I get it.
First episode, I wasn't really a fan of Bronwyn. Second episode, I'm kind of like, ooh, I'm here for Bronwyn, like, calling them out a bit.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like they lack that on Salt Lake.
Because the way Heather came at her, considering she's Whitney's biggest op, was so weird.
But also, Heather and Whitney are cousins, no?
Yeah, that's why I was trying to ask you guys in the beginning that, like, it doesn't sit well with me the way Heather treats her, because that's your cousin. Like, I get that you only realize you were cousins a little bit later on in life, but you're still family, and I don't really like that. Like, I don't like the fact that Heather, like, hangs her out to dry with the other women when that's meant to be your whole family. I don't know, that feels a bit.
She did give her the heads up about the Ali Goff.
She did. I
think that's messy of Heather to
even because she is ripping off Fashion Nova
right
sausage designs.
Huh? Did you hear that rumor?
No,
before?
but I'm not in great.
Oh no, but that was Meredith's fault though. Because it was Meredith that brought it up originally. Yeah. And I think that's why Heather was like, let me bring it to Whitney now that it's been said on camera, because Meredith didn't need to do that.
At all, but she's just sorry about the casting, isn't she?
Why is Meredith? I genuinely thought she was just trying to give storyline before, but now I think she's actually upset about that.
I think she's invented having a bath.
Yeah.
Like, why are you actually so pressed about that?
All this buffer, do you wash your legs?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Them ones, because a lot of them don't.
So...
She did it last season, and now this season I'm like...
No, she's carried it on. She has no storyline without it.
And then she's now having a bat mitzvah as a grown woman.
That was a very uncomfortable conversation.
That was.
You know exactly what you're doing. It's very awkward, and I don't know what's her husband called, Sid.
Seth. Yeah, Sid.
Sid is someone else. He was actually quiet. I was like, shut up.
Oh yeah, he was mad. But the thing is, I don't even think he's Jewish.
He's not.
No, that's why I was so like confused. I was like, wait, you're not even Jewish, so why are you so emotional?
I'm not ignorant here, but isn't the whole point of Salt Lake City is they're all Mormons?
Yeah.
The only person that wasn't Mormon was Jailbird, what's her name?
Oh, Jen.
Jen.
Yeah.
Jen
She wasn't Mormon, no.
She wasn't Mormon because she's married to a Muslim.
Yeah.
And he even said like the reason why he was emotional was that like hardly anybody like there's hardly any Jews. That was it. Yeah, like the Jewish population is so small, and I'm like, so you're not Jewish?
Exactly.
So why are you?
It was weird.
It's so strange.
Very timely as well. The timing is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because I never knew she was Jewish.
Me either.
I thought they were all. I assumed they were all Mormon, but
I don't think they brought it up before.
They haven't.
No. Because that was the first time I heard of it. So, but you know, I love the white woman mess like you do.
Same.
So, I'm so here for it. Them Beverly Hills, I love it.
Wait, Beverly Hills that comes out soon as well.
This is how you know I love white women mess because I love Sutton.
I do. She's a Karen, but I like her.
Yeah, she is Karen.
She is being Karen, as long as you keep it over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Because you know what it is? I think I have a soft spot for the way that she pisses off Kyle, and I think I really like that. Yeah. So Love is Blind. Let's start with Leo because I feel like a lot of people have forgotten him because of how far along we are.
Why are they not on the honeymoons?
So
I don't know.
It seems like the producers
They didn't pick them.
because they didn't feel like they were going to last a distance and it wasn't a good
That
storyline.
pretty lady was not confident at all, was she?
As soon as she met him, I felt as uncomfortable as she.
But she still went to Miami though.
Yeah, but would you?
Why are they going to Miami?
He's a millionaire.
Rich guy,
Remember, he killed.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Sorry. His family died.
Do you watch Jessie Woo's content?
No.
Because that's exactly what she does. She was like, you lot know I think he killed his family.
Yeah,
because
his family.
Because everybody died from cancer.
Died from cancer.
Definitely dodgy.
Did anyone tell you that he was rich? No? And he's an art dealer. Apparently he's rich.
Well, apparently.
What gave that away?
We barely heard a word about it.
Not the Rolex and him saying it 95,000 times, but as soon as she saw him and he was like, I love you, and he was like, she's like, I don't know how I feel about this.
It's the fact that he was begging, what's her name? Hannah.
Yes.
That was so crazy.
Is her name Hannah?
Yeah,
Hannah. The fact that he was begging her before and then had the audacity to be like, do you know what? Can we like that keep this like to ourselves? I was like, hun. No. He
even said go talk to what's her name, Brittany, and say that it was a mutual decision. I was like, oh my god.
He's nasty.
She didn't the teeth of Brittany about his slimy ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went and spilled the tea, but not in the way.
Not in the way.
Yeah.
Like, firstly, the fact that you really can sit here and say like, oh, I don't want a gold digger. I don't want anybody like just picking me for my money, but you won't stop talking about your money.
Exactly.
Number one.
It's like, I wouldn't feel that comfortable if a woman didn't want to like pay for anything.
So then why do you keep talking about your money if you're not going to do anything with it?
In the pot, like when he was talking to the guy, and,
Rolex, yeah.
And every minute, I'm an art dealer, and then it's like, I know this thing in Italian, and it was like, I don't know what the hell.
I think he thinks being an art dealer is way more interesting than it actually is because nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's what Hannah said. Hannah was like, I don't even know what that really means. Like, I guess you do art. Like,
paint the picture.
Yeah. It's like, all right, cool, great, and your family coincidentally died around the same
I'm not gonna lie, they might need to do an investigation on that one.
It's giving cereal.
Yeah,
it's
like
giving
you and the
miscarriage of
stepdad.
justice.
That's what threw me, the stepdad even. What? Like, I don't know. Yeah, they might need to look into that one. So yeah, Leo was crazy. Who else in Love is Blind really had me a jump scare? Tyler, obviously.
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah. Wait, hang on, Tyler, sorry guys, it's not Tim. Tyler is the baby daddy.
Yes.
Alleged deadbeat dad with 30,000 in child support.
Yes. And Tim is the one with Alex who...
But can I...
Oh, did you see that one, Audrey?
The thing is, I hate when on reality TV shows where something happens off
camera,
and they're talking about it and you can't make a judgment.
Yeah.
We can only assume...
So I don't know what the hell... I don't know whose side to be on. I never thought they were a good match though. When they saw each other, I felt like they were always like... You know, one of those relationships where it's like you're going back and forth, like jabbing at each other,
yeah.
Going, like that's not a bit me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't really like either of them, to be honest.
Me either, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't like either. I don't like her, I don't like him.
But with Tyler, I feel like when this is the thing, like she wasn't listening. When he was like, people are going to come out of the woodwork and say I'm not a nice person, would you not be like...
That's a bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised that Ashley didn't pick up on that because why are people saying that about you?
Exactly.
because I didn't even clock that because I was watching it in the background, so I didn't even clock that until people were tweeting it, and I went back to the episode and I was like,
why would you
huh?
come on with that? That's very
Because you know what's going to come out of that.
And it's the fact that Ashley was like, oh, no, yeah, like I'm not. I'm like, why wasn't that a red flag to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done.
To be honest, I don't get how she's even this far in, because like from when he sat her down and told her like, yeah, I have 3 kids that I didn't tell you about. To me, that's like grounds to walk away.
And the way he's positioned it is he's a sperm donor. They have got Christmas pajamas.
Sperm donor.
Yeah, the grandma is in there.
There's so many pictures with this kid. Like, you can tell he was a very active father. It definitely was.
Just hasn't paid child support.
And to be honest with you, even let's say that was supposed to be the arrangement, because I guess the ex-wife definitely thought he was a sperm donor. But the fact that, you know these people, that would, for me, be a little bit uncomfortable, even just bearing that in mind, whether you were not you were an active father or a sperm donor, because it's like, if you haven't gone to the sperm bank and done it that way, it's always going to be a little bit messy and sticky because you know them.
Yeah.
There's rules that you can't really be involved because that's your job done. Like, you just leave now. Whereas if you know them, this is someone that you know has wanted a kid and you just kind of donated off of your own will. That's just a bit sticky. I don't know.
It's not giving sperm donor. No. And like, his mum is like sharing Facebook pictures of the grandkids.
Yeah, and they've deleted them off socials now, but she was.
Yeah. But I don't mean to victim blame, but he told you who he was when he said people are going to come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh no, I don't care. And it's all right, you're going to care now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm predicting they're not going to be together by the time they come.
Definitely.
I think she should get an annulment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I hope she can get an annulment because you lied about who you were, so surely that's ground.
She got married.
Give them a chance.
Yeah. I think that I do.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. I guess that's a spoiler, but they've spoiled it for us too. Yeah, they've said on the TikToks that they have.
Yeah, but I don't believe. I sometimes believe it with a pinch of salt.
I don't know if they split up, but they have got married on the show.
Do you believe that though?
I think so, because I don't think that they would be. I don't think they would. The people in his life before would be this invested to spill stuff if they weren't married. So yeah, I think that that's why. Whether or not they're still together, I hope that they're not. Honestly, for Ashley's sake, because Ashley doesn't give me bird. So I hope.
She doesn't at all. I like
her. Yeah, I like Ashley. So I hope that she's seen everything now and been like, it's okay. It's actually okay. Because she seems very successful in her own right as well. I think she's a marketing director, very pretty. Like, she can do way better. So and also, like, I don't think he really has a job either because he keeps changing it. Yeah, like cybersecurity, and now he has his own business where they put up drywall. I don't know. Yeah, like he keeps changing his job. So that's to me a red flag.
Yeah.
So, ciao. We'll see about Ashley and Tyler. But we spoke about Alexis. Is it Alexis? Alex and Tim? Alex?
Alex and Tim.
Yeah.
I don't like either.
I don't really like either of them either. Tim is annoying.
Yeah, he gives very militant.
Yeah.
Which is not like a...
But guys, I feel if it's... Okay, no, with him,
It's because you've seen her apartment.
I think her apartment was wild, messy, yeah?
Hers.
Yeah.
I don't know how she had the shame to, or lack of shame to film like that.
It was way like, I was like, nah, like...
No, it was Battle-Drew, it's bad.
Really?
And she was saying like, oh, I was packing in a rush to leave. But I was like, no, you like live like this because...
Yeah, but I also feel like sometimes when I watch clips of them, I feel like she has like a disdain for him being so... She doesn't like him.
I don't think she does either.
Yeah.
I don't think she does either.
About the whole woof thing. It's annoying, that whole
The dog
it's
thing.
not that bad.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, it's not that deep. She could tell she was getting me in.
Yeah, she was. But my thing is, I feel like you don't like him, just release him. And it's like, I don't think he's that bad compared to the thing is with him, the best of a bad bunch, right? But it's like the way she kind of, it's like disdain, hate for him. It's like, just let him go.
It's kind of giving Monica with Steven.
I think he likes her.
You don't think so? Really?
I think he likes her.
Do you think?
I think so.
Maybe it's me.
Have you seen the episode with her parents?
No.
He wrote a letter to the dad.
You might change your mind when you see that.
I saw that in the proposal when you asked for the dad's hand in marriage, which I thought was cute. David
Okay,
that sounded me, but
I was gonna say, do you guys think it's a bit much the way he keeps going on about his sister? Because as much as it is very sad.
It's like trauma dumping.
yeah, and also
I do think he very much needs a therapist. Like he needs to unpack this properly.
Yeah.
And I still feel very sad for him because the more he talks about it, the more I'm like, you're really not okay. Yeah.
And also, I feel like to bring something of your sister's to the pods.
That's very personal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get it. That you're considering this person is going to be like your wife for life, right? I don't know if I would give something that personal to a random stranger.
Exactly. It's too sentimental to give something
like you could have given it to her later on.
That's too much pressure as well.
And also on camera.
A lot of pressure.
So
Yeah.
Because no matter what, if she hands that back, everyone's gonna get onto her.
Yeah.
Could that be why she's a bit reserved or detached, do you think?
Maybe, but she shouldn't have accepted it then.
True.
She should have said,
because he was like that from the beginning.
Yeah, this is too soon, but I love the sentiment, but let's just wait and see how it goes before I accept it. So.
And who else? Oh, Hannah and Nick.
Yeah, they're not going to last long,
No.
At all. I mean, I feel like she's lost loads of weight.
Yeah.
She has, she has a little bit.
I don't like Hannah, guys.
I don't either. I think she's mean. Yeah.
She's a bit resentful because he didn't live up to her expectations.
And I feel like that's partly her fault because apparently when he's saying he's a kicker and everything, apparently they're quite known for being short.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But like, and maybe she didn't because I was like, fair enough, I'm not in sports, so I wouldn't know that either. But I'm assuming, especially having that other girl that was also in the NFL or whatever, like a sports, I'm sure people would have said that. I'm sure someone would have said, you know what, if he's a kicker, he's probably like not on the tall side.
Yeah, but
so
sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like Hannah was very strategic with what she was saying and doing.
Yeah.
She said, I was a cheerleader, I dated the captain of the whatever team.
She kept talking about her looks as well.
But did that not throw you guys? Because 1 minute she was saying she was very insecure and her mum would lock the snacks cabinet and stuff. And but then she'd say, huh?
She copied and pasted that story. Like she literally said it to, is it Nick, the Knicks, who she was
Yeah.
She was then Leo.
Yeah.
She told them the exact same story. Like,
She did.
Okay.
But it was given like, okay, in high school, were you the popular cheerleader that dated
Exactly. I was very confused because I was like, wait, so are you somebody that has always dealt with men that are like only looking at you for your looks and you feel so pretty, or are you someone that's very insecure about your looks and feel like which is it?
Yeah.
It can't be both.
Using the whole like, I hate to say this, but like she was like, everyone assumed it's fat phobia and that's why everyone assumed I can't be a cheerleader. And it's like, no, but you know the stereotypical cheerleader look. Dating a footballer.
She knew what she was doing.
You knew what you were doing, and then you were like disappointed by how he looked. And it was kind of like, also she's only like half an inch taller than me. Like she's 5'9".
Like
you're going on like he's like 5'3".
Yeah, that's true. He's not actually that short.
He's not that short.
Yeah.
And then don't look it when they're...
No, like he's maybe an inch shorter than her, maybe. Yeah, so.
Although him not knowing how to boil water.
That's where I feel her frustration because he's a bit of a man child. Like
he's giving mummy's boy because his mum
because you were looking for pasta in the fridge, you know how to boil water, like, you know, you're paying. I don't even think it's a bad thing to be living with his parents because I feel like that's very normal. I live with my parents, so you know. But like, it's more that, you know, you don't pay any of your own bills, you don't know how to cook pasta. Like, it's very much giving, you know, you're a bit of a man child. Yeah. But I don't think it's that deep what she's going through with him.
Also, she's unemployed.
That's
true. She's unemployed as well. Why has no one got jobs?
Because she quit her job.
For the show. Yeah, she did a Shirley.
Yeah. And also, my whole thing was when she was like, okay, so I hoover twice a week and every day I mop every day.
Is a bit
when you're unemployed,
Hannah.
Yeah.
That's true. When you don't
and she's like, I spend $300 on groceries a week. What the fuck? I
thought it was just me, Fevin. I was like, you lot are rich because $300 a week
for one person.
Yeah.
Hannah's,
what are you buying?
Like you must be buying alcohol.
I mean,
maybe, yeah, because alcohol is expensive. So yeah, maybe.
My friend was telling me it costs $200 for 4 pieces of salmon in New York.
It does what? Surely not.
She lives in Brooklyn.
I love salmon, but it's not actually that serious.
If it's that expensive,
no way.
It's right there.
Like if it's that expensive, we actually don't need to do that.
I'd rather get chicken. I love salmon though. I do love salmon.
I love salmon, but yeah, not $200. That's crazy. So like when she said that, I was like, no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We're not spending. I promise you, even me with a job, like we are not spending $300.
Also, I'm gonna say something like I don't know. I think we've had this conversation before where people do like the clean Olympics. Hannah was trying to say she mops and hoovers every day. I don't mop every day. I don't hoover every day.
He even tried to shoot us and be like, oh, is it because of your dog? She was like, no, she doesn't share. So it was like, so why do you vacuum every day?
Every day. And you have a full-time job.
Yeah, it's performance.
You're like, unless like something spills, there's crumbs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how messy are you that you need to vacuum every day?
Like every day.
Yes.
That's a bit much. But like, I would agree that we can meet in the middle. It doesn't have to be once every 2 weeks either, because that's what Nick said. So I'm like, let's meet in the middle.
Yeah.
But I think that she's mean. Like, so I'm glad he got his lick back. Did you hear with that comment where he made?
Yeah.
She was upset that he left the laundry on her bed because she was like, it takes ages for the dryer to, which I could relate to because I lived somewhere where the dryer took forever to finish. And he was like going for work, so he left the laundry on her bed for her to fold. And he was like, yeah, well, that's what happens when you're unemployed.
It was funny. No, it was funny.
I
was laughing.
You deserved it.
But what's annoying is with Hannah, she loves to throw the jab, and then when he hits back, she can't take it. It's kind of like
that's because she don't like him. A lot of action.
She hates it.
Yeah, she doesn't like him.
She hates it.
Yeah.
Even her parents and her brother were like, you're not nice.
Yeah,
you're mean.
Same thing, right?
Yeah. So,
and his parents were really nice.
Yeah,
although
really
like
nice.
it's giving like
I think
cuddles.
most of her parents were very nice.
They
Actually.
were.
Yeah.
I feel, and I did feel sorry for Nick a bit. I don't know if that's like weird.
No, I did too.
Like,
because you can tell he's trying not to like.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. Like you're taking a lot of shots.
We talk about Monica and the other.
Oh no, we haven't. Let's. Monica and Steve.
I don't like her.
I don't like her.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling her at all. She gives me very materialistic.
Yeah, a bit uptight. Yeah.
So you can still be successful and well spoken and still be a bird.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
she strikes me as that kind. Like she's a bit like. She's the thing is, it makes me cringe on these shows when they're like, I love you so much, and she's like, I feel like
says it all the
she's
time.
overcompensating with the I love you. So I feel
hates
like
him.
I think that she really just wants a man, to be honest with you. Yeah.
To the point of I'm 36, and it's just like you're telling this man I love you. And the thing is, I was watching before I got here. Actually, I was watching the episode where. Sorry, I didn't even feel like he was talking that much, and she was just like...
I didn't either. I was like, you could have... There was mad pauses in that conversation. You could have interjected at any point.
You could have just... If you try to interject and the other person shouts over you, then cool.
Yeah.
But to me, he just hadn't landed his point yet. You could have waited for him to finish, then spoken. Exactly. And she was like, it's starting to become a bit annoying.
And then even when he did give her the floor, she didn't say anything.
Wait, no, hang on. Are you talking... Is it the bit where she wanted him to stop talking so she could bitch about the other couples?
Yeah.
Hold up.
And then she was like, Alex and Tim. She
No,
was like,
yeah.
You didn't even have anything valid to add to the conversation.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling that at all. And I feel like she's like, always trying to overcompensate. She's like, he's not my usual type. Like, she keeps on saying that. She even said, if I saw him out and about, I would never flock to him. Like, but at the end of the day, he's a nice guy and I'm obsessed with him. And I'm like, okay, so you don't like him then? He's not your type.
She hates him. And that's why she keeps saying, I love you. Oh my God, kiss me.
100%.
And also with her, I feel like she's taken all of what she thinks a relationship or marriage is from TikTok or social media. I want flowers. You can't buy me a Kate Spade bag, or it has. I get it. Okay, fine.
She's
it has
just
to
a
be
bit of an
on,
airhead.
whatever it is. You're entitled to your preference. But your man was also unemployed.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You're not with the right person to even give you these things. That's why I'm confused.
It doesn't even make sense.
You came on Love Is Blind to do hypergamy. You're on the wrong
100%.
show, baby girl. You're on the wrong show.
And I feel like the whole flowers thing was just really just a cover up for. Okay, you can't buy me gifts, you can't buy me bags and shoes, but you will get me flowers.
But you at least have to get me this. Yeah.
I don't care about flowers. It's like, but just I need that.
I need to know exactly.
I'm gonna leave with something, is what she said, basically.
I'm also really like judgmental of Monaco because when I heard the mutt thing, I was like, it's a wrap from me.
That was crazy that they just went past that like it was nothing.
What do you mean? That is wild.
But when she was like, yeah, I'm a mutt.
Yeah, it's giving bed wench. I can't lie.
And then I was like, you know what, Fevin, calm down. This is not your argument.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is where I was confused as well, because like, obviously what happens when he does all that texting with the fetishes and whatever. And then,
was it a fetish though, Hannah?
well, that's what she said. I don't know.
Is it okay, I want to tell something. Because when he says fetish, when she says fetish, is it that it was like is it a sexual kink?
Yeah, like is it just
is like BDSM?
like the butt play or whatever they were talking about? Yeah.
Anal play.
Yeah, he like pegging, all that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like, so is that what you're... But I don't think she'll be that grossed out by that because he's already spoken to her about that,
so
though.
I don't understand what was in those texts.
I don't know either. I really want to know because I couldn't even guess.
What the hell?
Like, I was like, is race play a little part of it?
Yeah, maybe.
That's
king too much, but maybe.
That's a no.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's a hard no. But
I still have PTSD from seeing slave play.
From
in the West End.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's mad.
It was wild.
Really?
Yeah, it's got like race play in it, and it's just kind of like, this is weird. Why am I here?
Yeah, no, that's weird.
So I don't know. See, and also Oliver Stephen, like, who knows what kind of race play he's now into?
That's what I'm saying.
His ancestry DNA test.
I could definitely see that.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
He gives me, I use like the N word with the hard ER.
Yeah, as soon as he found out, that's probably why some of them want to go find out their ancestry so they can just say
so
it.
that they can say. I wouldn't even be surprised.
So they can be like,
honestly.
Yeah. And whenever you.
Yeah, like it's nothing because I'm half black. I'm 1/5 West African or whatever he said.
What is that?
I was like, is he actually being for real? Because like, okay, cool. I can tell that you have a little bit of something in you, but
where? How? How?
That's a white man.
The hair.
I just went with ginger.
I didn't at first. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't think. Oh, he's got black in here.
As soon as you see a kink, it's kind of like
it's a kinky curl. Yeah.
But not that kind of kink. The actual like.
The actual kink in the hair. I thought that was what I was like, no, that kink.
No. But Monica's a bird, sorry.
Yeah, she's
no, she is. Yeah, it's definitely both of them.
I don't like anyone really on this.
Taylor and Garrett are the only ones I'm really.
I do like Taylor and Garrett. Yeah.
Taylor is the white
Asian
guy,
woman.
Yeah.
Although I'm not gonna lie,
So
at first I didn't think he was happy about the fact she wasn't white.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. No, he just wanted to know that she wasn't black.
Yes.
And then I think when he saw that, she was like, "I'll take you." You know.
Yeah.
Basically, like,
even to me, she was half Asian, half white to me.
She's very white.
She is half.
She looks mixed.
Yeah. But she's very light. It's kind of like her features look more Asian.
Gorgeous,
yeah, she's very pretty. Yeah. And I do think they are cute. So I think that he did eventually like kind of get.
And also, he's punching. I don't care what race she is.
100%.
He is punching. He should be.
Did you see the pictures of him lately?
He looks nice.
Yeah,
he look good?
upgraded a little bit. Yeah,
really?
His hair looks different. Like he looks good now.
He's growing his hair out. He looks good.
Not the mixed Asian effect.
That's why people. Yeah, that's why people are like. I think they got married because it's giving Asian wife effects.
Okay.
He does look good.
But yeah, no, I actually do like them as a couple. Who else do you think might make it? I guess Tyler and Ashley. But
who?
Tyler and Ashley.
Are they kind of doing?
I think they do get married.
Oh really?
I think they do. Now that you said that.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what they've said in the TikToks.
Right, okay, but they keep on saying that. What I've seen, they're like, we're definitely getting married. We're definitely getting married.
Yeah, and they have said that too. To be honest with you, that's why from the beginning, Tyler to me brought up a little bit of an antenna. Like I didn't know if it was his doing or production.
I think he's thirsty.
But I felt like it was like you're forcing it a little bit. Like you're trying to make us like you, you know?
He's thirsty.
But it's even like, the only people I see get married is like Garrett and, what's her name? Oh my God. Taylor.
Yeah.
But even like Marissa and Ramses, you guys aren't getting married.
Really?
I can't see it.
Right now, from what I've seen, they seem strong. They're like the strongest from what I've seen.
I feel like all of their conversations in the pods, they weren't talking about like the military. They weren't talking about family, prenups, finances. It's only now they've come out of the pod. He also won't. He doesn't want children.
Oh, he doesn't.
But he doesn't.
I thought she wanted them.
She wants kids.
I thought he was upset because he wanted them straight away.
No, she wouldn't mind having a kid straight away. He's like, I don't want kids right now. She doesn't want to go on a pill. He doesn't want to use a condom. So get her for sexy then. Like
they're not.
Weird.
I feel like I don't even know what they did with their pod time. Yeah, like, what were you talking about?
Yeah, and
I don't get it.
Because
they're so not aligned.
Wait, who doesn't want kids straight away?
Ramses.
Oh, I was thinking about Garrett and Taylor because I thought Taylor was the one that was saying 5 to 10 years.
And
he was saying straight away, so I was like, huh?
So basically, Ramses and Marissa, so that she's on the pill, I guess, but she wants to go off birth control. And she's saying, I want to go off birth control, so we're going to have to use condoms. He's like, well, sex has to be mutually enjoyable. Like, I don't want to use condoms, basically.
But you also doesn't want kids.
Exactly. So she's like, well, if we don't use condoms, then you have to make peace with the fact that we might get pregnant, and I'm cool with that. And he's like, no, but I don't want to have kids yet. She's like, so we use condoms. Yeah, but he's like, not. Exactly. It was giving progressive, but nah.
My God. It's giving progressive because it's like, get a vasectomy then.
Exactly. Yeah, like, how can you? I actually was genuinely quite surprised. Like, it's really.
I'm shocked.
I don't know if you guys are, if it's just me, but like, do you guys ever get shocked to see how far behind men are?
Yes, they don't understand.
Like how are you still here? Like, how are you actually having, like, I need to feel it conversations in 2024? Like, I like, just use a condom or don't. Like,
or get a vasectomy.
Yeah, like, be happy with the outcome, but. You can't have it both ways.
Guys, we had this on last season. I can't remember the couple when they were having that same conversation.
He wasn't Johnny and Amy. That's it. Yeah,
that's it. And all of that shit.
Which was weird. Yeah, because he was so like did not get how it worked, and it's like.
I bet he fires blanks anyway.
Huh?
It's always those guys that fire blanks. Talking about girl. You know,
I can't feel anything.
exactly.
Honestly, and I'm just like,
mean?
they don't seem to really like care about how it might affect the women, because they'll be telling them like it affects my mental health or it affects my imbalance, and they're like, yeah, well, that's cute and everything, but
yeah, but
I'm
gonna feel this progressive, right?
Yeah,
that's why I'm so surprised that he's being so
exactly.
It's weird.
Innocent about it.
Very weird.
Okay. We shall see.
But yeah, predictions: Taylor and Garrett. I guess Ashley and Tyler. Yeah, I think so too.
Ashley and Tyler, unfortunately. But
I actually feel like Marissa and Ramsey's might get married. You know?
The mum is mad.
Crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Her mum.
You'll see, but her mum. Like, imagine you sit down with your new boyfriend and your mum, well, not your mum obviously, but like a mum in the situation is like, oh, I'm not really sure if I'm feeling the hair and the earring and
that.
like,
she's
bear in mind she's like grown.
Wow, worse than okay.
Bear in mind she's grown with a tongue stud her damn self, so I don't understand where she had the nerve to be saying that.
Lord.
And like, even when she was speaking on his experience being married before, and she was like, oh, you're trying to talk to me about marriage, like in a rude way, like, I've obviously been married before, why are you trying to tell me how it is? I'm like, what is wrong with your mum?
They also did their mum a bit dirty though, because they were like, oh, we all got different dads. I was like, whoa.
I could have stayed in draft.
Say that, yeah. And there's a lot of them too.
I was just like this.
It's like good for them.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah. I wouldn't have done that to my mum. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
I would have kept that in the draft.
And she said, he's just here for my dad or his money. I will cut your balls off. I was like,
yeah, I saw that little clip.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, relax. Like, it was a lot with Marissa's parents or her mum. So yeah. But boy, it's been fun, Love is Blind. I guess we'll see. I'm very much looking forward to the reunion.
Yeah, me too.
To seeing how things play out. Yeah. I wonder if they'll get Tyler's messages on the airplay like they did with Trevor's last season.
So. I bloody hope so.
Oh, definitely be here for
I feel like the reunion's gonna be messy.
Yeah,
huh?
But I'm here for it.
Same, I love it.
But I don't want it to be like, you know when they do that, oh, we're gonna do it live and like.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, no, don't.
Netflix, do not do that again.
That was
Hannah staying up till 1 a.m. for no reason.
I didn't do that.
You didn't? No, I stay up, boy.
I can't.
Yeah.
It actually kind of turned funny. I sometimes think about it, like, it actually did kind of turn funny because everyone was just busting jokes and just bantering off of the situation, but it was actually like such a waste of time.
I'd be fuming if I stayed up and like, oh,
absolutely. And it was Sunday night, Fevin. It was Sunday. We had work the next day.
And I'd be fuming to see like Nick and Vanessa's mum, and like it's not even, it's like frozen, distorted, and I can't even watch it.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. I just saw, I don't remember what I saw, but some kind of error message on Netflix. And I remember even Andy Cohen doing an interview like, yeah, don't do a reunion live. Like, a reunion is mad. Don't do that. Why did you lot do that? Andy was like, why did you lot do that, basically?
I don't get why they can't, because Love Island, they do it live. Oh, no, they don't.
Do they do a reunion? I don't think they do a reunion live.
I don't know if it's like in real time like that. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, fine.
I think they film it beforehand.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Just you're thinking of the final.
Yeah, I
am.
Yeah. Oh, I really like this colour.
It's gorgeous.
This red is actually giving.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to do that next, I think.
It's giving house blood, right?
Audrey's already getting new ideas.
I'm already very much inspired. I can't lie.
Oh, you guys, thank you so much for coming. Honestly, it's been such a time.
It's so fun.
It really has been.
Yeah,
we've drank, we've gisted, we've got our nails done. To be fair, Fevin and Audrey have got their nails done. I'm very jelly.
My nails are very
I even tried to mention it as a hint past when she was like, you did it last week.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, go on by. Like, it's not happening this week. But no, honestly, it's been such a pleasure having you both on.
Thank you for having us.
It's been so fun.
Oh, thank you. No, honestly, you're both so important to the culture in different ways. Like Fevin, no, yes you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are. That's why I'm looking at you specifically, because your spaces are very important. Like the fact that we're there congregating every night, we're demanding, Fevin, are you going to do a space?
It's not the same when you're not
Big
there.
Brother, it's not. It's not. It's actually not.
It's not the same.
Like even next, I'm hoping that Big Brother picks up. So that you can start doing spaces.
I'm so behind.
Because considering how lit TV has been, you have been very vacant. But it's fine. I know you've been on holiday, so it's fine.
Yeah, now that I'm back, it's kind of like winter hibernation season, guys.
Yeah, you might catch us. We're going to do our Housewives.
Yes.
100%, yeah, Real Housewives.
Together. So
yes.
We'll be back for Potomac and potentially
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake
We
City.
can touch on it, right?
We can touch on it.
Yeah.
We can do both.
But Potomac is going to be a good one.
Yeah,
I think so. I think, definitely Potomac. But thank you guys. And do you want to like drop any apps or anything, let people know to find you or no?
Just listen to the receipts.
Indeed.
And follow at Just Call Me Audrey. And then the Receipts podcast.
Yeah, she's not wrong. The Receipts podcast on Instagram.
And then tweet your thoughts on hashtag the receipts.
Exactly.
Not her doing her PR work.
She really is.
For free.
Like my PR lady. Everything Fevin said is correct.
Yes, retweet.
That's all. Yeah.
Thanks.
We
Thank
love
you,
it.
Hannah.
Thank you.
Wait, hang on. Let's shout you
Exactly,
out.
and well done on everything you're
Yes.
doing, because I came across your TikTok and like I said, I follow you and I'm always like very engaged with your content. I really like your takes.
Thank
they're
you.
Like, you have an opinion, but they're not like overly biased, and they're not like, I can tell you do your research before you speak.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
Like,
It's obvious that you've done the reading. Like some people are just on there just talking and just talking but you actually do the research, and we actually need people that are like commentating on the culture. So we appreciate you.
Oh, Audrey, honestly, that means so much. Thank you so much for saying that. That's
My
really
pleasure.
sweet.
It's the truth. It's only the
Thank
truth.
you, guys.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
it's been such a
Thank you,
pleasure.
Hannah.
Exactly.
And thank you.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Fatima was doing the cuticle oil.
Honestly, my nails are literally sparkling over here. Like I
Shout
love
out
them.
to Fatima.
Shout
You guys
out
know, if you have listened to my podcast before and my TikToks even, you know Fatima is the truth.
I know
So
that's right.
thank you.
This is amazing.
You're important.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm biased or anything.